What's up with it? It's your boy Uncle Ticky.
Yo, King Marco in the building. Here to shed some light on what's going on in the world. Literally. We gonna MC and all them other stocks. And for all you motherfucking apes out there tweaking over these last few days that y'all had some green days, okay, pipe down. Okay. Shit ain't over. But first, we gonna talk about Afghanistan. We gonna talk about the shit going on that could affect your pockets too. Okay. This whole Afghanistan shit can affect your pockets, bruh. This shit ain't looking good right now. Not for us, not for the United States. If you invested in US stocks, this is serious business right now. Very serious. Okay. So, what we're going to talk about here is the after effects of what has just taken place. Everybody knows what went down. You know, the United States got ran out of Afghanistan by the Taliban. Okay. Let's just be real. They got ran out. And the reason why they got ran out, personally, they backed by China and they backed by Russia. That made it easy for the Taliban to run the United States out of there. The United States didn't want to be going to war with Russia and China over Afghanistan. Okay, so they had to get the fuck out of there. Taliban was real, and you know they backed by China. Think about it like this: the United States ran the Taliban out of Afghanistan. Now they come back deep, so deep to the point where the United States had to evacuate. Nigga, on emergency. This is code red. Okay, for real. This is code red this weekend. And how you know this is code red? Joe Biden monkey ass sitting out there talking about he didn't see no he don't see nowhere where helicopters was gonna be off the roof of the U.S. embassy, and that shit happened. Okay, Friday, they Secretary of Defense talking about, hey, we don't see the Taliban taking over Afghanistan no time soon. And next thing you know, Monday morning, this is what we saw. Okay, this is what we saw on Monday. United States has no motherfucking control over what went on in that situation right there. Look at all those people.
That's ridiculous. It seemed like it would be like overweight or some shit because there's so many people on there.
That's an aircraft carrier. They can carry them. But look at all those people. And let's be real. You know all those people coming to the United States, right?
Hell yeah, you already
they
know.
Are. Oh, I know, because all the other countries don't want them. So it's either go to the United States or them motherfuckers going right back to Afghanistan. And what the fuck you think is going to happen to all those people if they go back to Afghanistan? What do you think is going to happen to those people right there? What do you think the Taliban is going to do to those people right there? Okay?
You already know.
They're going to whack
get took off their shoulder.
Okay? They're going to get their head took off.
For sure.
And Joe Biden can't have that under his watch. Those people cannot fucking die. They can't go back to Afghanistan. Okay? They gotta go back. They gotta go back to the United States. And from what I'm understanding, I don't know how true this is, but they talking about giving these motherfuckers visas.
Who the motherfuckers on that
plane? Yep, that's what they talk. They trying to fight for them to get visas over here.
Wow.
Now, mind you, I would say it to you like this. None of those people, a lot of those people, I'm not going to say none of them, but a lot of those people don't even have a passport. Okay? How the fuck can you get a visa without a passport? Okay? How do you get that? I don't think you get a visa without a passport.
So they giving them the hookup.
They giving them a straight hookup right there. And let's be real again here. How many of those people are actually vaccinated? Hmm?
None of them probably.
Okay,
Shit.
okay, okay.
But
All
I'm
those people,
assuming they would vaccinate them motherfuckers. You would think,
they didn't
right?
vaccinate. Did
As
they
heavy as they
vaccinate them?
pushing, as heavy as they pushing that vaccination. You mean tell me
Mhm.
they're not gonna vaccinate them people?
They let all those damn illegals unvaccinated in the country. That's why the southern states is all fucked up with the coronavirus. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that. You know, some of those people that came from Venezuela and all them other countries down below, Mexico and everything, then came up here unvaccinated, and they sent them motherfuckers into the United States without being vaccinated. Okay, you don't think that raised the numbers up? You don't think
Yeah.
they raised the numbers up, dog? No matter what they say, they'll tell you that. They'll tell you something different because the I don't want to get into the whole vaccination thing, but it kind of comes into play because they're letting they gonna let these Afghans into the country, and I'm not sure they're gonna get vaccinated. I'm not sure on that. And they saying, not to mention, they also saying they're bringing a grand total between 50 and 60,000 Afghans too. That's what they're trying to pull out of Afghanistan is 50 to 60,000 people.
That's crazy.
Okay, but that's another argument for another day about the vaccinations and everything. Let's talk about why. Let's talk about why Afghanistan, the Taliban took over Afghanistan. Okay, let's say
But why do you believe?
okay. Now I got a few reasons why. Okay, one is because of all their natural resources. With all their natural resources, they claim since 2017 that all their natural resources grand total is up to $3 trillion. That's from 2017. So that that's higher right now. So that could be like 5 trillion. You know what I'm saying? When they get done with it, when they get done raising the prices on everything, it might be 10. Now it's worth about $5 trillion. So that's in oil, that's in natural gas, that's in copper, lithium. What I'm saying? All those things, all the resource worth $3 trillion. They cut a deal with Russia and China on that shit right there. And two, which is probably more important than one, is that Afghanistan supplies 90% of the world with opium. Okay? They're the largest producer of opium in the world. So now that the United States got ran out of Afghanistan, all you motherfucking heroin addicts expect to see a drop.
Opioids, you mean?
Yeah.
You said opium. Opioids.
Opium too. Opium too.
Oh.
Okay. Which produces heroin. And so expect a drop. Okay. That's what I'll tell you right now. Expect a motherfucking drought, baby. Okay. Now that this shit done went down. Okay. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a drought in the heroin business. If you're a heroin dealer right now, this right here, you better be watching this motherfucker. Seriously. This really determines your fate as a heroin dealer in the United States of America, motherfucker.
Believe it or not, they gonna find a way to get that shit in here. You ain't gotta worry
Yeah,
about that, nigga.
at a higher
Don't worry
price
about
though.
that.
Yeah, it's gonna
Of
be at a
course.
higher price now.
Okay.
Okay,
Then,
but
then you
but
know,
but
then you know who gonna end up paying at the end of the day? The users, the fiends.
okay, but
Because
but but before we get the higher price, before we get to the
it's
higher
gonna be a
price,
drought.
it's gonna be a drop.
It's gonna be a drought, and then that's gonna introduce the high price because ain't nobody gonna have it. And then say something you was paying 1,000 for it, you might gotta pay 12, 1,500 for it. Then you gonna tighten up on what you was once giving a motherfucker for $10. Fuck
How
you
long is this
mean?
drought gonna last? Because this sounds
Shit, I
like a
don't
drought that
know.
can last for a long time. This can last for a long time. Believe it or not. Okay. Now, that right there is bad news for all heroin dealers out here.
I mean, it is,
Okay.
and as long as they be able to get their hands on the shit, like I said, at the end of the day, the user gonna pay. They gonna still get their flip. So if they were charging 100 for some, They're gonna tighten it up. They're gonna probably give them $70 for shit for $100 or $65. You already know. So that's how the shit gonna end up going. So what the fuck they gonna lose? Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I see
What
it.
you mean?
I see a drop for a long time. Damn
Okay,
near like how it is.
a drop for a long time. Like I said, at the end of the day, they just tighten up what they was given. So they gonna still flip their money. If they trying to turn 1,500 into 3,000, they gonna do that. If they trying to turn 3,000 into 6 or 7 or whatever they turn it into, they gonna do that. So fuck you mean?
I see a drop for about damn near a year.
Okay, well then you know what? The fee's gonna be getting less for a whole year. That's what that means. For a more price.
What about the drug dealer? What about the dealer?
The dealer, like what the fuck you mean?
Hold on. Another thing, gonna be a lot of bad product being sold. A lot of motherfuckers gonna get shot.
That could happen.
Okay, a lot of niggas gonna get shot over this. There's gonna be some deaths in this.
Hey,
okay.
Motherfucker choose the street life. Hey, you signed up for that.
I understand, but the shit about to get real.
Okay.
For right now.
True.
Okay, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, Afghanistan. Now they gotta deal with the Chinese now. They gotta deal with the Russians now. The Russians done moved the United States off the block, and now they become the.
You said they become the what? Your shit went on.
They become the buy. They become the buy.
They the plug.
Okay, they ain't the plug no more. United States ain't the plug no more.
No, you said Russia them.
Russia and
the Taliban. They the plug.
Yeah, the Taliban. They the plug now.
Yeah.
Okay. So and you know the price done went up. Price done went up, bruh. Believe that. Taliban gotta get their riches now. They in control. They gotta get to the money now.
It's gonna come to a point. How bad do we want that shit? And you talking about they supposed to be moving in on Taiwan or some shit. So basically, they trying to muscle us up about everything. So basically, it's gonna come to the point where is we gonna get down or is we gonna lay down? Yeah, it's gonna have to be a decision made. And I believe you gonna have to get down.
And what do you think Joe Biden's gonna do? You think he gonna bump?
He gonna have to bump. You gonna have to bump. Why? I mean, what you gonna keep on letting a motherfucker run over you and you ain't gonna take claim of nothing? People can just run you out of everywhere. How the fuck you gonna ever have something? So if a motherfucker keep on coming, say you in high school, jail, wherever the fuck. If you go to the lunch table, somebody keep on taking your food off your motherfucker. Say what you gonna do? Stay hungry or bump for your shit? You gonna bump for that motherfucker, win or lose. You gonna get down for yours. And a motherfucker they gonna go try to get some food for somebody else. They ain't gotta fight, motherfucker. Straight up.
You still ain't resolved your problem. If you lose, you still lose the time. You still don't have Taiwan.
That's true. They gonna have to get down and greasy. If they go, they gonna have to go to win, motherfucker. And I'm sure they know that.
That's a large.
You can't go in that bitch and lose.
Yeah, that's a large expense. That's a large expense.
Put like this: at a certain point, if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
It don't matter. But no, if they say you can't win a fight, if you can't win, if your opponent is stronger than you, you have to avoid them. That's what they say.
Well, if that's the case, they can just keep on anything that they want to put their hands in. They can just put their hands in. Nah, bitch, we getting a piece. When our bitch, we getting a piece. You gonna keep on letting somebody do that to you?
Yeah, okay, so tell me how.
Now we getting a piece. We taking this shit. You ain't even in no more.
Answer me this question: How is United States gonna beat China, Russia, possibly North Korea? Because we don't know where North Korea stands. Okay, now you talking about three powerhouses against us, and we got and on our team is the British and the French. We ain't strong.
We want to get some more homies.
Where? Who?
Shit. Who? That ain't my job. That's above my head grade.
Hey, where you gonna get it at? No, you talking about winning the war. How you gonna beat Russia, China, possibly North Korea, and you got the French and the British on your side? The French known for being pussies. Okay, they left the United States high and dry in Vietnam. And they fight. That was the French is fighting. The French bailed out on them. Okay, so my question
So
is,
why the fuck is they still the homies and they left us out to dry?
I don't. They always been allies. French and
So you basically done fucked me over and left me to lose a whole bunch of men, and I'm gonna sit there and fuck with you after that. I'm gonna
still
feel some
allies.
kind of way about that.
Hey, maybe so, but hey, maybe so. But that's what we're dealing with right now.
They had to grease the United States palm heavy for that or something.
Hey, maybe
The
so.
United States got something. I'd have to fuck with them again.
Well,
Because you said that's the reason why we got into that shit was them in the first place.
yeah.
And then you left us to fight your fucking battle.
Yeah.
And I come back and be cool. That's like you was getting your ass whooped, but I can't help you. As soon as I jump in, you run off.
Yeah.
Then you got me fucked up. I'm gonna find you and beat the shit out you next time I see you. I feel some kind of way.
But that's what you got. That's what you got. Now, I don't know. Unless they gonna win this motherfucker through airstrike.
Yeah, they gonna have to do something sneaky, like you said. What in Vietnam? Them motherfuckers got crafty. Motherfucker, you got to get crafty.
But now you dealing with China, and they might cut you off. They already greasy telling Taiwan that the United States can't protect you. They talking greasy to them, so it sounds like to me China ain't scared to bump.
Hey, you're right.
They not scared to bump. They sitting there telling you that the United States can't protect you. What if I went to your mama and said, "Hey man, your son can't protect you"? What you think is gonna happen at that point, motherfucker? Your motherfucking ground.
That's fucked up right there.
Okay, they say China can't protect you. United States can't protect you, bruh. You better get down and lay down with us.
That mean they willing to go there.
Obviously so. They backed the Taliban, and the Taliban ran them out in 2 days. Taliban ain't never ran the United States out of nowhere.
That's when you down there got to do a sneak attack on them motherfuckers, man.
Taliban done took their motherfucking Hummers, done took their tanks, they done took their M16s, they done took it all.
That's like one of them fights where a nigga try to get over on you, like, no man, I'm cool, man. I ain't even want that. You turn around, you down there, steal that motherfucker. They gonna have to do some shit like that. Hey, it's gonna have to be some sneak attack shit. If you basically know that you outgunned, you gonna have to get real crafty, but still win and make a point. Like you said, now I'm trying to cut you off now. See, I don't know. So basically, you in a no-win situation right there.
Yeah. If you do bump with the Taliban, you take them off, then the Taliban is expecting China to back them up in anything that they doing. Because China now is in business with Afghanistan. They taking over the drug market in the United States, believe it or not. Where do you think the drugs is going to? All these damn heroin addicts in the United States, this is where it's at.
So they don't give a fuck if it's a nickel bag on a park bench, they want in.
Yep. So hey, this right here, I'll tell you right now, this just shows how incompetent Joe Biden is as a president. I gotta be honest here. If this is Trump, this shit wouldn't be going on like this.
Yeah, Biden,
okay, that's fact. That's fact. Trump is a thug. Y'all gotta give him that. If he ain't nothing else in this motherfucking world, he a thug. Okay, Bush is a thug. Bush Senior is a thug. You gonna need one of them motherfuckers to bail y'all out on this shit. This shit wouldn't happen under their watch. Straight up. Okay, y'all Democrats. I got that echo. Well, all y'all Democrats out there that's believing in that Joe Biden is a leader of the country, leader of the free world, this not showing it right now. He's showing no signs of strength, and he ain't answering no questions. And when he do answer questions, he sound dumb than a motherfucker. Hey, we ain't got no thugs, and please don't get me started on Kamala.
Oh, Lord have mercy, bitch.
Don't get me started on her. Lord,
she don't want no smoke. She don't want to do it.
She pray to God Joe Biden can last 4 years with this shit.
But you keep on putting pressure on that motherfucker, he might fall over, nigga. They might find him slumped in the bed one morning.
Shit, she'll last about. I give her a year. She down there be talking about ready to leave.
See, if it was a smooth transition where there ain't no smoke in the air, she could probably ride with that. But you got motherfucking China out here basically saying get down and lay down. She not trying to make no boss player moves like that. She ain't trying to make no gangster move. She can do it when everything running smooth, but when you got to make a play, a real gangster play, she ain't trying to make that play. She ain't trying to call that play. She ain't ready for that. And like I said, that's how you know a woman. You gotta have a hardcore ass woman to stand up there and want to do some shit like that.
You need a motherfucking drug lord woman right now. For real, I'm serious, man. You need one of them Spanish drug lord women to get through this shit right now. Seriously, Kamala Harris with her sorority sister self, man, her motherfucking ass ain't ready for this shit.
No, she ain't been out here in the field, man.
No. Y'all motherfuckers, the United States better get out of it about talking about, we need a woman to run the country. Bullshit. Not dealing with motherfucking Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, motherfucker. You must be crazy.
Yeah, imagine her trying to go talk some shit with them on a one-on-one. Them motherfuckers wouldn't even respect her or even chop game with her. They wouldn't even have no sit down with her. Believe that.
They wouldn't. Oh, they wouldn't. Look at the Taliban. It's all male. All the people that run that motherfucker is men.
No.
They ain't not a woman
representing y'all. We ain't talking to y'all.
Nope. They only want you. They only want women over there in Afghanistan to even go to school over there. They don't even want you going. They don't want their girls going to school. They want them dumb than a motherfucker. Straight up, they want their asses home. Okay, taking care of children.
You know, I think Kamala realized this shit might be a little more than what she thought it was.
Oh yeah.
See, it's one of them type things. Like, yeah, I want to be the president. I want to be. Then once you see what this shit really entails, this shit might be a little more than what you think.
Oh yeah. You didn't.
She ready for this shit to be over with already. Believe she rather just go home and just let the regular shit she was doing.
Okay.
Cause she ain't have to worry about all this shit right here.
Yeah, okay.
And this shit about to get greasy where you make it seem. And you said you think they're attacking us because they think we weak. We got a motherfucking punch drunk president and a narrow head ass bitch for a motherfucking vice president.
That's what we got. Pushing gay agendas, which makes us look even weaker to those motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers ain't pushing no gay agenda right now. Okay, they ain't talking about transgenders playing female sports and shit.
Then you said they was mad because they put a flag up over there or some shit.
Motherfuckers, you better not put no gay pride flag up in that motherfucker, man.
They trying to push that shit off on everybody.
Nigga, they push that. That's another reason why we getting attacked. We getting attacked because we looking soft out this motherfucker, man. Motherfuckers sitting out they sitting there saying all these motherfuckers want to do is get high on heroin. Our numbers done went up 500% since in the last 4 years. And that probably ain't no lie.
What went up 500%?
Heroin.
Yeah.
Probably, I bet you it did. They say all the motherfuckers want to do is get high. Shit, the heroin is in every neighborhood, rich and poor. Okay, and and where you think that shit going to? Where you think that money going to? Back to Afghanistan. Okay, back there. That's where it supplies 90% of the opium in the world. Where you think it's going? It's going back to Afghanistan. And who's gonna be counting the money when it goes back to Afghanistan? The Russians, the Taliban, and the Chinese. United States ain't counting shit.
So basically, you believe that they was in the drug trade, dog?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. They think they got their hands in this shit, then they take it, they banking niggas in jail for that shit.
Yeah. Shit. All that undeclared cash. Them motherfuckers was bringing in all that undeclared cash.
So that's the resource they want more than anything down there. They fighting for that motherfucking rum.
Yeah, they fighting for that rum. Yep. Man, they know the United States is just drug infested. There's a motherfucking it's a gold mine to a heroin dealer, to a major heroin dealer. It's a gold mine to them Afghanis. To the Taliban, they sitting there saying, man, we can make $100 billion in a year. You giving the Taliban $100 billion in a year with that shit. Okay. Y'all motherfuckers better pay attention to this shit. This shit about to get real. We about to be bumping, especially if they're trying to show their ass up in Taiwan. Don't let them show up in Taiwan, because that's where Joe Biden got to motherfucking show his ass. He got to show his ass.
Step up. He gonna have to step up. It's already a known fact. And believe even though he go up there and talk that shit, it's somebody who be telling him shit. And somebody gonna tell, hey motherfucker, we gonna have to bump. We gonna tell the motherfuckers we going to war. Believe somebody gonna say that. Somebody gonna tell him, he gonna have to say that. You can't keep on getting punked, man. You can't look weak like that. Then they'll be coming over here trying to take shit over here. So you gonna have to step the fuck up. You gonna keep on letting them smack your motherfucking hand down and telling you ain't getting a piece of this. Now this our shit. Who the fuck gonna let you keep on doing that? And then why did they just want to? Why all of a sudden now they just want to start locking shit down now?
You talking about the Taliban?
Yeah.
Taliban, because they got backed by China and Russia.
And so now everybody want to make a play on us right now.
Yep.
Talking about that America can't protect you. So believe they scared as fuck if they got a letter like that. They let them know smoke on the way.
Yeah. And they don't have no soldiers over there is what they saying. Soldiers got to go over there. They don't have no soldiers.
That's what I'm saying. Joe Biden whole ass got some decisions to make.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you right now, this shit is really gonna do. At this point, with all this madness that's going around, this motherfucking shit gonna sink the motherfucking stock market. Stock market going crash.
Oh yeah.
All day long. Because if they take over Taiwan, man, the Xbox gonna be damn near $1,500. I'm serious. The Xbox is gonna be $1,500, man. To get an Xbox on eBay, I guarantee you, an Xbox on eBay, they're gonna push that bitch up to $3,000. It's gonna be a long time for you to get it for the Xbox to fill them orders. Okay,
think they ain't filling them bitches right now.
This is gonna be longer than that. And what the fuck you think is gonna happen to Microsoft and their stock when they report their earnings? What the fuck you think is gonna happen? It stock going down. I was looking at cars. I was looking for a used Dodge Ram 2019. I went on Auto Trader, man. They said due to shortages, they ain't got no motherfucking inventory for them motherfucking cars, man. Crazy. I'm telling you, we're gonna be seeing shortages of shit, man. And where do you think the stock market is gonna be when you see that? And that means if you see shortages, what they say, when the demand is up and the shortage and the supply is down, what happens to that motherfucking price?
Goes through the fucking roof.
What happens?
Shit,
so we're gonna be
hot.
So we're about to see inflation, super inflation. Okay. Damn near Megatron inflation. Damn near. Okay. And then we're gonna be seeing the stock market crashing. Okay. Not to mention we're gonna be seeing a whole bunch of homelessness. We're gonna be having a whole bunch of homelessness out here. AB in the motherfucking house.
What's going on, guys?
AB in the motherfucking building.
Marco,
okay.
I gotta say, I agree with like 99% of everything you said right there. Like about the whole thing. And what I don't think people realize is like this shows that US is no longer a superpower.
Yep.
Shit has changed. China is now the superpower.
Yep.
China's Batman, Russia is Robin, and we're the fucking Joker.
Yep.
That's what it comes down to. And you're right, like it's already started. So we could drop a nuke. That's like what could happen, right? Like everybody wants to kind of dance around that, but that's the only thing that we really have in our back pocket now. So I don't think people really are down for that, though. You know, like I'm not down for that. No, but I'm not down for that. But that's what the fucking government will do. You know, they've done it before. And what we think doesn't really matter what the government's going to do, what they're going to fucking do, and then deal with the consequences.
So what
You
a
know what I
nuke?
mean?
That's just drop. That's killing every motherfucking thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I think it's going to, I think, because like, look, China, when the pandemic happened, right, at first, remember we couldn't get vaccines and pills and shit because our factories are in China. And once they cut down international trade for a minute, we couldn't get our stuff. And PlayStations and Xboxes and everything went up, right? Like, am I wrong? Or there were shortages of, at least. There was, everything was out.
Yep.
So now we've pissed off the whole world at this point. Who haven't we fucking fought with and tried to put some restrictions on? So we don't have many allies. He's right. Britain and maybe France, but you never can tell with fucking France. You know what I mean? So who else have we got? We got fucking Denmark and Sweden, maybe? What the fuck are they going to do? You know what I mean? Like, for real, we have no real, I mean, maybe Mexico, but I doubt it. You know, maybe Canada, but who knows? They're not very much either. You know what I mean?
They're not strong.
Yeah. So it's like, we've pissed off Africa. We've pissed off South America. We've picked off Asia. We've pissed off Europe. You know, like, we've pissed off everybody at some point. I mean, maybe Australia, but I doubt them too. You know what I mean? Like, so we're not a superpower anymore, guys. And super inflation is going to happen. That's why if you're a millionaire is going to be middle class pretty fucking soon with a super inflation. Yeah, that's why you see people getting up to trillions and billions, because they're like, and look, with the stock market and everything, it's gonna fucking tank at some point. It has to. But in the same token, I think what's going to really happen is they're going to put sanction on us like other countries. You already see it. I go to the grocery store and there's a lot of stuff that's out that's normally not out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if China doesn't bomb people, they go in and they help rebuild countries and say, you just follow these rules. And if you follow these rules, you're,
What up, bot? What up, boy?
But they won't try to invade us, though. That's the thing. I don't think there'll be an invasion. I think there'll just be sanctions, and it'll be harder to get stuff, and they'll make us cave that way, like we do with Cuba and shit. Yeah. So I hope they don't come to like fucking war. I don't want to see more people die for some bullshit that like, who are we to say? I'm not super patriotic, so forgive me, guys, but like, who are we to say we're the fucking moral high standing ground on anything with the stuff we do here in this fucking country, let alone across the world?
Yeah.
So, like, for us to act like we're the moral greater good in everybody's fucking life, it's ridiculous. So
that's true.
And I'm not saying China's fucking perfect or Russia's perfect or every fucking nation has their problems, but for us to sit on a fucking soapbox and be the world's fucking police when it's really just greed and, greed and fucking resources that we're after, but we try to disguise it with gay rights and women's rights and all this shit.
Exactly.
So,
So basically, maybe people tired of us punking and taking shit, and they saying they about to start doing that shit. Everybody with this shit in.
I mean, I don't even think it's that. I think they're just like, leave us the fuck alone. Leave us the fuck alone. This is our country. Let us run it our way. And you guys just stay the fuck away. Stop bombing us and shit. And if you want smoke, we'll bring it to you. You know what I mean? But like, I don't think there's a full out invasion that's going to happen. I think it's going to be more of a money dictates our culture so much. It'll be a financial invasion, which has already started, which has already been in the works for decades. You know what I mean? China they took all our factories away, and our government let this happen, by the way. So they're just as culpable. They're the greedy ones the real treasonous people is our government, who, no matter which president or whatever, have fucking done everything against the fucking people and everything for fucking resources around the world. So, like, it's our fucking government's fault. And it's nobody, I think a lot of people in the world understand that, like, most Americans are not like evil people. You know what I mean? I think they think we're probably overall a pretty good people, but our government is a whole different industry. You know what I mean? Like that. So I think hopefully people will take a look at that and see that we have done some good things, but we've done so many fucking bad things. We don't really have a moral high ground on people anymore. So
yeah, I agree with that. They are trying to change. They're trying to have a Western civilization over there, and that shit ain't gonna never work. They're trying to change their gods and everything, and that stuff is not gonna work with those people over there.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
And America's not super religious anymore, but they hide behind Christianity, the governments and everything. You know what I mean? But how many people do you know that are hardcore Christians? Maybe you guys do, but I don't really know that many people that go to church every fucking week.
I don't know a lot either, to be honest.
Yeah, It used to be, but over the years, people have woken up and said, well, it's it's a bullshit grift in a lot of people's eyes. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Oh,
fairy
yeah.
tale. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
if anybody was that, you know, I'm pretty dumb, and there's been billions of people that are smarter than me, and I figured out that I am not smart enough to figure it out. And if somebody was, we would all fucking know, but we don't. So you know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous to think that any religion or any kind of rights gives you the moral high ground. Those people have their set of beliefs. Who are we to fucking dictate to them what to believe? You know, in their country, on their fucking land. That's, you know, their rights. So, you know, so it doesn't matter what we stand for worldwide. We should start worrying about what's going on in this country, because we need to get factories back. We need to get, we need a recovery package that actually gives fucking poor people some fucking footing and takes a little money away from the fucking top end people and distributes back down, because the only way we're going to get out of this is fucking put the bootstraps on, get back to fucking working, and stop fucking bombing everybody. Let's become a productive country instead of a reductive country. You know what I mean? So, and that's, I don't know that much about Afghanistan. I just look at the whole world picture overall, and over the years, I get so tiring following this shit. I've been following this shit since '96. You know, when I was in high school, and on and off, and it's just like every time you look, it's more depressing shit all over the fucking world. So, and it's usually us putting our fucking finger in something, going, "Oh, well, that's not right," and making it worse. You know. So,
yeah, damn that shit, man. That shit right there is. I've been paying attention to that a little bit more than I've been doing the stock market, because this shit right here is a game. This is a game changer, man. This Taliban shit is a fucking game changer, and I think this shit gonna affect us. It's gonna affect the markets big time with this shit, man. If they ain't careful, they're gonna have to go in there and surrender, and Joe Biden gonna have to fuck around and damn near kiss the ring almost with this shit, man. With the trade deal and everything.
It's that, or, you know, like there's no good option right now, because it's either lay down and take it, or like you said Trump wouldn't have the shit, but Trump would also fucking cause another war out of this shit. You know what I mean? Like he would.
I think that's what you have to do, man.
I don't think so, man, because all those people like Trump, though.
Okay, you're right. Okay, never mind. I take that back. But I will say this, that he was crazy enough to think that people wouldn't test him on that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, so, but that's the thing, is like, you either have a fucking maniac with his finger on the button running the fucking country, or somebody that just lays down and doesn't negotiate and just gives in to everything. That's the only two choices we ever fucking have in this country.
I'd rather have a guy crazy enough to push that button, man.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that dude right now.
Because you know what? When you got a motherfucker like that, people ain't so quick to move in and want to tell people you can't protect you. Because you know what? You got a psycho.
Yeah, I know, but that's the moral high ground too. Yeah, I mean, we get on Kim Jong-il for that shit all the time, though. You know what I mean? Like,
but you got to be a gangster to run this shit, to really be honest. Like, this shit gonna get greasy, and you can't have no motherfucker who barely know how to speak a sentence fluently running this shit. You cannot do that, and they know he weak.
I agree. We're in a worse position because Biden's president. I totally agree with that. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like, I hate the dichotomy of it all. You know what I mean? It's like you either have one version or the other, and that's all we ever get. And nobody ever tries to really negotiate. It's either just all or nothing all the fucking time. So I think there could be some middle grounds met that are never really met.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
because not everything's got to be a fucking fight, you know? So there's things going to be negotiable, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. That's what Joe Biden was supposed to go in there and try and negotiate that deal with China. And he damn near was sounding like Trump almost. He playing hardball like Trump. Yeah. And that shit was, and they already had a bad taste in their mouth with them Democrats. They didn't have a bad taste in their mouth with Trump. They had bad taste in their mouth with them Democrats.
Yeah, the thing that was different about Trump, but he was Republican, but he really wasn't a Republican either, though. Yeah, he just became a Republican, you know, like he was just another dude that ran, and so he was kind of a wild card. So, but there's a lot that came with that too, you know what I mean? Like, so it was good and bad in a lot of ways, but you might be right where people wouldn't test us as much, but I don't think they would. You know,
I don't think they would have. Because I'm telling you, those people in the Middle East, they really don't like seeing a woman in power. And at that point, that made us look weak. At that point, it made us look very weak as a country. I think to them people that made us look weak.
The more I think about it, the more I want The Rock as a president at this point. Just, like just because it's like who's gonna fucking solve this out there now? Who's gonna come in and fucking fix this now?
I don't think they got anybody to fix it. I don't think it can be fixed at this point.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like what's
what the fuck you mean it can't be fixed? So this shit gonna have to turn around some kind of way, right?
Oh shit!
No, just shit has changed. Shit has changed forever at this point. Shit has
this
changed.
This is a game changer.
This is unfixable. This is unfixable, and it's now we just have to adapt to our new future.
Yeah.
So what you saying? So what we gotta accept the fact that what?
We got ran out.
That we ain't the big swinging dick in the world anymore.
Yep.
We ain't the big swinging dick in the world anymore, guys. And it's not that we're some punks and lay down or whatever too, but now we have some equals. You know what I mean? Like now we have some equals. Now if there's a fight, like look, you can say all you want about the military being the best in the world. We're fucking outnumbered by a long shot, people wise. So I mean, what is Japan gonna help us? We fucking decimated them and took them over. You know what I mean? Like, so what help are they gonna be? So it's just we stretched ourselves too thin. We tried to do too much, got too dirty, and now we're gonna pay the price.
Yeah.
And what that price is determined on whether we go into war with somebody, and who knows what'll happen then, or do we just get sanctioned to death until we just give up and say, okay, you win, we'll do things your way. And that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Well, I'm thinking more like you. The United States has to become better producers.
Yeah.
At this point,
yeah.
we have to be more self-sufficient at this point, which was what Trump was trying to make.
Yeah.
Trump was trying to make us self-sufficient.
I think
we didn't need nobody.
I think the best solution, like along those lines, is to let's fucking clear up our homeless problem. Let's clear up our fucking production problems. You know what I mean? Let's clear these fucking things up. Because that will make us more productive as a society. And that's the only way we're going to get out of this. Because we can't be consumers the whole time and do nothing besides invest in fucking stocks and do YouTube shows and stuff like that. There has to be some physical fucking production that comes from our country. Yeah, it's like we have to provide something the world fucking wants. And the only thing we provide the world is that we want things. We don't provide anything to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's so now that has to change.
Consumer.
We're straight consumer. That's why, it's cheaper to send all these things over. Price is going to rise on stuff, but pay has to rise too. Pay has to rise on the bottom end, and that's
so. What you saying? If we start manufacturing our own shit, the price gonna have to raise because we gotta pay these people more.
Yeah, but in the end, but if everybody's making more money, it'll all even out in the end. You understand? I'm saying there's going to be a rough transition period. Yeah, because if we make stuff and we produce it, we're going to put our money back into the stuff we made in this country. That money is just going to cycle through our country, which it should have been doing. Like I grew up in a town called Skowhegan, Maine. Okay, and we had a bunch of shoe factories, and then I grew up in Bingham too, where I was real young, and we had a wood production plant, right, a paper plant, and China came in and drove the paper plant out of town. Now that town's fucking dead. That town has fucking nothing. And my great grandfather's restaurant was there. It's changed ownership a bunch of times. I don't even know if it's open anymore. Like they barely had. They're like a little one light town, but they had a fucking factory for years that my grandfather worked at and could afford a house and a family and a car and live a productive life and not have all these fucking issues that we have today. In Skowhegan, they had 2 or 3 different shoe factories. Well, New Balance stayed, and they false advertised that, hey, we're not made in China, we're made in the United States. Well, no, they were assembled in the United States. They started making their parts in China and shipping them over here to be assembled. So they even fell into that trap. And the other shoe shops got run out of business. So I've seen, and I've been through Kansas, I've been through Wichita, I've been through, God, so many places in the United States, and it's all this. When you get to outside the city and the smaller areas, they all have the same problem of nothing really being produced. And it's only like warehouses for fucking Walmart and Amazon and shit like that, where they pay you shit, and the products come from somewhere else overseas, and they're just moving it behind around. That's all. That's all. So then they go, well, you don't deserve a lot of pay for that because it's not really that important of a job, because they can get fucking robots to do it.
Boss said pay has risen, and people still choosing to stay at the crib.
Well, hasn't risen enough then, has it? I mean, that's
true.
what do you want to say? I mean, like, it hasn't risen enough.
If
It
that
costs,
bag get heavy enough, a motherfucker will get off that couch. That's
if
true.
you take the average play, okay, for me, myself, to afford any place to live in the United States, uh, by myself, just a one bedroom apartment or something, in most areas, you have to make over like $2,000 to make it. Or $20 and I'm not $2,000, but $20 an hour average out to make it. So you can live on your own and not have to worry about anything. You know, like your food's taken care of, your rent's taken care of, your insurance taken care of, all that shit. So that's $20 an hour. That should be at least $20 an hour. That's the starting point now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, that has to be, because you can't pay people fucking $10, $15 an hour. And all you motherfuckers that say $10, $15 an hour, if I paid you $10 or $15 for 1 hour to fucking cook me a burger or whatever, most of you will fucking tell me to kick fucking rocks, let alone for 30, 40, 50 people that come through a fucking drive-through or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so when you say the pay is what they deserve, well, you wouldn't fucking do it for that price. So shut the fuck up, because you have no idea what that job is fucking worth, really. Because if it wasn't for that person, you wouldn't get your fucking burger. The restaurant wouldn't be fucking open. You know what I mean? Like, so the pay has to rise. It's the cost of everything has gone up. Pay has to rise accordingly. CEO pay has like quadrupled since fucking the pandemic has started. The Wall Street money has quadrupled. Worker pay has not moved a bit. And the only thing we got is some fucking bullshit ass stimulus checks, which, I mean, what ended up being like $2,000.
Made shit worse.
Yeah,
it actually made shit worse.
Hey, like, look, I worked in the public during the pandemic, and it was enough. I had it fucking enough, because before anybody knew what was happening, people were already being assholes about masks and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, God, wear a fucking mask. Just go in and out of a store for 5 minutes. Not that big a fucking deal. You know what I mean? Like, I worked at jobs. I worked making cabinet doors in Wichita, where guess what? For 8 hours a day, I had to wear a fucking mask. And I never heard of the bullshit complaints that I heard until the fucking mask mandate started. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, it wasn't that big a deal. But people were fucking terrible. Terrible. I worked in Washington and Maine at a gas station, and all I would get all day was people fucking arguing about it and making it like I make the fucking rules. Like, I just enforce them. You know what I mean? Like, because it's my fucking job, and if I have to enforce the rules or lose my job, I'm going to enforce the rules.
He said,
"Oh, bot, you're funny. You're funny.
You make $15 an hour, bot.
15.51 an hour. How many jobs do you work? Is that one or two jobs?" But anyway, I just think that I wasn't getting loud at you. I just get loud normally. That's just I asked the guys. I was talking to them before the show. Yeah. And this is how I am, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get loud. I get in my thing. Whatever. So, but anyways, I mean, the cost of everything is going up. The cost of rent is going to go up because the housing market's going to crash eventually. So,
yep.
You know, so the pay has to go up. That's the only solution. And then we have to start producing here. And that'll at least make us self-sustaining at some point. So we don't have to rely on all these other countries either. You know, so
yeah, we gotta become self-sufficient, man.
Yeah,
big time. Because if we don't, we gonna lose. We gonna lose.
Yeah,
we might not be that power. Might not ever be that powerhouse again.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long road ahead, guys. A long road ahead, no matter which way it works out. So, you know,
but I guess if we start making our own shit and being self-sufficient overall, it, like you said, it might be a little rough period, but overall, it's gonna lead to everything being better.
Yeah,
because we're gonna be making more money, more people gonna be going to work, more people gonna be putting money back into shit, which means people can keep on making new shit, just make everything just go. You know what I'm saying? But the way this shit going, we headed nowhere fast, man.
Well, half the country hates each other too. Let's take that into account.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it's really hard to make anything productive when everybody fucking hates each other. Everybody fights about every fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, not only are we looking at outside forces, there's inside forces at work too that are making us fucking all destabilize. So, you know, I mean, Christ, I've been thinking there's going to be a civil war for a couple of years now because everybody went crazy when Trump got president on both sides. You know what I mean? Like, so, and it ain't slowed down any.
So who you like as far as Trump and the Biden situation, or neither?
Neither of them, man. I mean, like, Marco makes a good point about having the madman on control the buttons. You know, like, not too many people tested. They would talk a little shit, but that was about it. Nobody really tested while Trump was in office. I don't think he was as bad as everybody made him out to be. You know what I mean? I'm not like his #1 supporter or nothing like that, but I also don't think he was as terrible as everybody made him out to be.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, I think it's just it became a reality show. I mean, the fucking congressmen are stars now, all of them. Pelosi, McConnell. Most people didn't know who these fucking people were unless you followed politics for years, and now everybody knows who these motherfuckers are. And every time they say something, it gets reported on, and then it's just all reality show. And it's all pro wrestling. In the back, they're all getting along. They're all just working for different companies. You know what I mean? Like that's basically what it comes down to. Politicians get bought by corporations, and they get on each team, and the corporations tell that's basically what it is. The lobbyists buy out politicians, and they get their own teams, and they're fighting with each other just over what the rich people get, and could give a shit less about the rest of what the rest of us get.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that goes for both sides. I mean, I think Trump had some empathy, but he didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, I agree. He lacked a little bit of empathy. I agree with that.
Yeah.
If he'd had more empathy, like with coronavirus and some other things that was going on, I think he would have been okay. Coronavirus kind of fucked him up.
Yeah.
Because I don't think. Let's say coronavirus would have never came. I don't think they had enough to beat him in the 2020 election. I don't think they had enough. The coronavirus kind of sunk him down because of, like I said, his lack of empathy. If he'd have more empathy for what was going on, I think he probably. I don't even know if he would have survived that because, anything that Trump did, they hated him so bad to the point that they didn't. He could have gave everybody $10,000 in stimulus money, free and clear, and it still wouldn't have been enough.
Oh, I think that would have. No, I think he should have gave more money. That would have won him the presidency. I think that was like half the problem. And when they started talking about stimulus checks and people were throwing numbers like 2,000 or whatever, and it came out that it wasn't that much. It was like 1,000 or 1,400 or 600 or whatever. I can't remember now. It's been so fucking long, but it wasn't that much money. And then you see them bailing out fucking all these corporations with billion and trillion dollars, spending all this money on the defense budget, spending all this money on other shit, and they're like, wait a minute, we've been paying taxes for how fucking long, and we get this? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, I think a lot of people. I mean, some people took it as people that were doing fine was like, oh, it's a bonus. I get $1,000 fucking dollars. It's awesome. For some people that were struggling was like, that helps me for a month. Yeah, that's it. That helps me for a fucking month. You're cutting down everything for like 6 months or whatever. You know what I mean? So,
but they all were guilty of that. Pelosi and all them were all guilty of that. They're all guilty.
Oh yeah,
giving
that's
that
what I'm saying.
Bit of money. So I can't put on Trump. I'll put some of it on him, but Pelosi and those people, they signed off on that shit.
I think the only reason we got as much as we did was because of Trump. I think this is where Biden is fucking way worse. Don't let me like think that Trump is. Just because I don't think Trump is great, that I don't think Biden is fucking way worse. But the problem with Trump is he came in and made everybody look like an amateur. You know what I mean? Like this guy never been in politics, and all of a sudden comes and wins the presidency out of all these people that have been running for all these fucking years in politics. Made them look stupid. Made them look like an amateur because they are stupid. You know what I mean? Like they twist themselves into pretzels to lie. Where Trump will lie, but he'll be truthful about other people lying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's so.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's like that was refreshing. Like he won the presidency the instant they had that Republican primary where he just went on the stage and just fucking tore a new asshole into everybody. That won him the presidency. That alone locked it down because once that started, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep doing this," and that's what it didn't matter if they were Republican or Democrat. He was calling them out. So.
And Trump liked to be a comedian. He like a stand-up comic down there. Trump funny as fuck to me.
Yeah. So they try to throw the racist shit at him. They try to throw all this shit at him. Like I said, I don't think he was. But Biden's an actual fucking racist. You know what I mean? Like he said racist shit.
Exactly.
Biden
and people don't see that for some fucking reason.
How much do you hear about kids in cages anymore? Because they're still fucking down there in cages, but you don't fucking hear about it anymore. And there's actually more now, right? From what I understand. More. So way more. So I mean, it's all bullshit wrestling, you know what I mean? Like, and Biden's been, as much as he's he's being promoted as anti-war right now because of pulling Afghanistan or whatever. He's not anti-war. He's been involved in making every war that's fucking happened since I've been alive. So
didn't he back the Iraq war at first?
Yeah, dude. He was for segregation. He was, and then he lied. He lied about he played about his college and walking with Mandela and all this shit. He lied about a bunch of shit. And somehow this motherfucker, I saw a post on Facebook somebody made the other day about if you're like 60 to 70 years old, most of the time when you go to apply for a new job, you get told you're too old and you don't have the cognitive skills to really do the job that's needed, right? But somehow these motherfuckers end up running our country.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, like, how many 70-year-olds do you guys know? And not like that are, I mean, I know one that's like really spry and really gets around, but I saw him today and he was limping around. So but he doesn't work. He just works around his house and shit. He can make his own time for it. But like most of the time when you're in
president is a young man's job, like 45, 50, 40 maybe.
We need some young blood in office, man. We need some young blood. We need some young blood. But like, it has to be somebody that's appeals to everybody across the board in some way or another, and that's fucking almost impossible these days. So,
but you know what? After this shit, I believe after this presidency right here, motherfuckers is gonna be looking for something different, like they was when Obama ass came around. This is gonna be a shocker. Somebody gonna be able to sneak their ass in the White House, believe it or not.
We're not gonna see it in 2024. We're not gonna see that shit in 2024.
Why?
Because chances are, let's just say, which I don't think is gonna happen, but let's just say Joe Biden is running for re-election. Who's gonna be that young, vibrant person that you're gonna bring? It ain't gonna come from the Republican Party.
The Rock.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it. We're not gonna see that motherfucker till 2028.
Yeah, no. But I don't know. Let's see where we're at next year, because next year was when they'll start determining who's going to be in the presidential race. Kind of, that'll start like the inklings of it. And if there's ever a chance for a third party, Biden will not.
No, he's not winning. Hell no, he gone.
That's why he ain't going to run again. It'll be somebody else. He'll be and if he does, they're stupid. They're stupid if they let him run again.
So are they going back Kamala
Who is this?
DeSantis, Ron DeSantis.
Well, that's the Florida guy.
Yeah, he's from Florida. They trying to make him be a tough competitor for Trump, but it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, no, Trump or Trump Jr. Like depending on what goes on in the next year or two.
Marco think Jared Kushner. You think Kush?
Isn't he the guy from Maine?
No, that's Donald Trump, daughter, husband.
It's a son-in-law.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Possible.
Well, I don't. Yeah.
I think possible. Trump gonna try and run that shit himself.
Yeah, if he's physically able to, but he's an older guy too. I mean, let's give it some time and see.
But he moved around cool.
Yeah, he the youngest 75-year-old man I've seen.
And he got a little young bitch for a wife. Trump got a little decent look. Ivanka ain't that bad.
No.
So but, Trump still fucking some young pussy in far for his age. Trump trying to still say a young man.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of energy to do the presidency. I mean, you are probably, not sleeping that much and fucking on the road all the time and doing, you know what I mean? Like that's a lot to take in the,
He used to that. He been a CEO his whole life.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but we'll see. Like I said, it's hard to predict the future right now about who's actually going to run. Like I said, I think if anything, if there's a chance for a third party candidate, this is the time.
Yeah,
at least get some noise. That's why I know like there's Green Party and now there's this People Party thing, and who knows what but it has to be somebody that's for the people in the country, that's America first, making production come back and actually sticking to that shit. That's what it's really gonna take to. People are more worried about what's happening here than what's happening halfway across the world right now. You know what I mean? So. And every day, I think right now in the moment, we're more worried about Afghanistan in some ways, but like overall, when it gets back to the everyday shit, what really matters is what happens here every day. You know what I mean? So we need somebody that runs that understands that.
You fuck around and be right, bot.
Yeah, no shit. I never thought I'd live to see the end of the world, but every day it changes my mind a little bit more. That we're getting closer and closer. So I don't know. We might not make it 24. Yeah. Who knows?
So AB, what's up with AMC, man?
Well, I haven't been keeping up that much with it because shit going on. But I guess the last conversation we had on it was we was making predictions before the earnings came out, right?
Yeah.
And that week I had said if it went down some before the earnings, that the earnings were going to be okay, and that we'd go green again, right? And that's kind of what happened. Like the earnings, everybody has their opinion, but they were better than expected, and that's all we're looking for. You know what I mean? But otherwise than that, I mean, there's nothing really. All this, like, I've gotten so tired of the DD and stuff. All of it really doesn't matter. All it comes down to is that, like, I just take the fakers and the grifters to it. But like, I consider holding short like under a year and a half, 2 years, really, like, right? So nobody's long on these fucking companies for 5 or 6 years, you know. And I just hate the fake. Like, I got into it with a short destroyer dude on Twitter. Whoa. Got it on the short destroyer guy on Twitter, and he just like the fake GME and AMC. Like, we love the company, they're the best company, the best CEO ever. I'm just so tired of it. I can't even deal with it anymore. And like I said, all that matters in a short squeeze, fundamentals go out the window. And when every expert will tell you fundamentals go out the window. So now it's just a wait and see game, and it's a 50-50 shot on, and if any of these are going to happen. And they're changing the rules so that after this, it never fucking happens again. So this is our last shot, and we'll just see what happens. That's kind of what I've come to with the whole thing, you know?
So you still pleased with like how it's trading right now? Say if that was a decent earning, shouldn't it be higher than this though? Wouldn't you say?
I mean, like, this is where me and Short Destroyer kind of got into a little disagreement about the value.
So, okay, explain that to the people. Like, you had like a long back and forth with a guy.
I'm trying to recall this all now because it was such a long conversation that we had, and then he got in my DMs and stuff like that. But basically, I made the argument that in the long run, GME and AMC are both shit companies, and I'm tired of people acting like they're the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. And he came back with sooner or later that GameStop was actually undervalued at this point, which is a bullshit. Like, and I brought to him Walmart, which is at 150 a share and blah, blah, blah. Now he tried to bring all the fundamentals in and say, oh, well, Walmart has more outstanding shares, which, yes, that's why it's worth less. I understand that. I'm not saying that it does, but like, as a company itself, is Walmart really worth more than, I mean, is GME really worth more than Walmart? No, it's not. There's no fucking way in real life that that's the case. And stop acting like it's the case, because it's fucking not.
Because Walmart sells shit people need and gotta have.
Exactly. They're the biggest fucking retailer in the United States, maybe second now to Amazon, but whatever. They've been around for fucking ever. And you're going to tell me that GME, a fucking company that was almost bankrupt a year ago, is worth more on the stock market than Walmart, and it is actually undervalued. That is fucking bullshit. And it's the same with AMC. AMC is overvalued at about probably 2 to 3 times the price that it actually should be right now. This has nothing to do with the short squeeze. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it does, but I'm like, in the end, the price, like they always say, the price is imaginary, right? The fundamentals don't matter during a short squeeze. The price doesn't fucking matter until a short squeeze happens, or it doesn't. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, and if it stays above and stays good green, well, that incentivizes me to hold on for longer. But if it goes red, then, well, you know, like if it would have went red if the earnings came out shit and they would have went red, then I would have probably sold, because I would have been like, it's over. But now it's not over. We're still in the fight. Like I said, it's not a lot. It's not 5 to 10 years from now. Nobody will be invested in these companies unless they fucking do a serious turnaround. So that's where my issue with the whole clan of them people lie, is that, and they pass themselves on experts, and they're not experts, because he in my messages he gave me like Tesla, and he got the crypto and GME, right? Like, and he was like, I made 4K out of 2 million, and that's fine, that's great. I'm glad you made a lot of money. That doesn't make you a
so he said he turned 4,000 into 2 million.
But I don't
mean,
have
it's possible, but
it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It is possible, but you know, it's like because you got 2 or 3 things right doesn't make you an expert. It's like if you make the major leagues and your batting average is 92, but you hit 3 game and win home runs. Well, you had some success, but you're not a Hall of Famer, and you're not like an all-star or shit like that. You're just in the game, and you got your wins in. You know what I mean? So, but these guys go on and they post other people's DD and claim it as their own, and look, oh, I'm so smart. It's just like this fucking clout chase and shit that just drives me nuts. And then they don't actually dispute the facts that you bring to them. They sit there and call you fucking names or whatever. And I'm like, what are we, fucking 5 years old? Like he was saying shit like, don't bring up GME and AMC in the same sentence. I'm like, motherfucker, what are you, 5? I can say what the fuck I want to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's not criminal for me to say AMC and GME in the same sentence. It's just ridiculous shit. Because in the end, like I said, we talked about before, we might be right about all these meme stocks. Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? Like, who fucking knows until it happens? You know what I mean? So, or we might be wrong about them all. But who knows until it happens?
So how long would you be willing to hold before you would think that this shit might not do? Like, at what point, like, say if it just keep on trading in the $20 or $30 range, like at some point do you be like, man, this shit ain't going nowhere, or like?
Well, it depends on what happens. You know, like, if the Delta COVID starts shutting down things again, then that changes things.
So
you know
say if
I mean?
it didn't, so if it didn't, and shit was still running, you would still hold it.
I'm gonna say, it's hard to really say with my shit going on right now, but what's October, September, end of September, maybe early October, because if it doesn't happen by the end of the year, I don't think it's gonna happen, because I think the government wants it to happen before the beginning of the year so they get better taxes out of all of us that made money off this fucking stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, there is a chance it could go in November, December, but if we start going into next year, like people are saying.
So what, people are already talking about next year for it?
Yeah, I've seen that for a couple weeks now, where people are talking about, oh, it might take a whole year. I'm like, motherfucker, we didn't get into hold this for a year. and you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sorry, I there's other things, like, if I'm gonna wait a whole year for this, there's other things I can do right now because of my situation and how much I'm up. I can wait it out a little bit. And like I said, I don't actually have the money right now. I'm not, you know, like this kid was saying, like, oh, I'm a millionaire. Well, if it's all paper cash, that's fine. But if it's all just on paper cash, then you're not really rich. You've either one of the things he said was he's rich, right? And he made a bunch of money off GameStop. And I'm like, well, you're a fraud either way then, because if you made a bunch of money off GameStop, that means you cashed out. You sold it. So you sold and you're telling people not to sell, which makes you a fucking fraud. Or you're holding it and you're not really rich because you're not really rich till you got the money.
Unrealized gains.
Unrealized gains. So you're talking like you got this money, but you don't really got this money yet because you haven't cashed out. So you're fucking fraudulent there too. You know what I'm saying? So my point was just like, stop acting like an expert and shut the fuck up. You know, that's it. I'm not an expert, and I just say what I think, and I don't claim to be an expert. But you got guys like this guy on Twitter saying they're doing their DD and they're an expert, and because they got Tesla and whatever, right? Like, thousands of other people got that shit right too. Give me something. If you're an expert, give me something that nobody knows is making money, but you do. That's what an expert does. You understand what I'm saying? That's what an expert does, because there's thousands to millions of stocks in the stock market, right? There's more than just fucking GME and AMC that are making money. You know what I mean? Like, and making these huge gains. I saw one stock go up a couple weeks ago 500% in a day. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, like, so it happens all the fucking time. You know what I mean? It's just that knowing where it's going to be at, or diversifying yourself enough and enough good investments that when something pops like that, you realize the gain from it. But if you're just taking patience. If you're just taking long shots on Tesla and crypto and you manage to cash out at the right time, you're just fucking lucky. You're just fucking lucky. And maybe there is some, like, that goes into it, like doing the research of when it's going to pop or whatever like that. But that's for one or two stocks, you know what I mean? Or one or two like Dogecoin. I made money off Dogecoin too. Big fucking deal. Do I consider myself a cryptocurrency expert? No. Like, I barely know anything about it, but I made some fucking money, you know? Like, it's just that's what I grow tired of, and that's why I've kind of stepped away from. I've had too much other shit going on, and I've kind of stepped away from it. And today was the first day I really got back into it, and I got into it with him. Like, and I told him, I was like, I even told him in the thing, like, hey, if you're so smart and you're such an expert, come on here, come on the 10%, and show me what an expert you are. Yeah, I said, show me. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear your fucking face. Say that I'm a fucking moron shit to my fucking face, pal. And you won't, because you're a pussy that hides behind this fucking what. And then he even admitted, he's like, oh, I'm only on Twitter till the moss is over, and then I'm going away. So you're grifting. You're clout chasing. Because if this is over and you're long on GME, you should be a GMB fan for the rest of your fucking life, the way you're promoting it. You should be on 5 years from now, still promoting that shit. But you won't be.
Oh, you already know. Already know.
You're a fucking fraud. And that's what I'm tired. I'm tired of the grifting. I mean, like we talked about, Matt of course, now everybody's like switching their gears and trying to make nice with everybody. So Matt gave his super chats money to some fucking charity, to St. Jude. For
And now Trey, I think he got some kind of shit going. Like what they trying to do is humanize themselves.
Yeah, dude. It's all if they were like, the thing that bugs me is like they act like they're for the little guys and giving this charity. And if you were really for the little guys, you'd be fighting for the employees to get better pay and benefits, like I said in the fucking beginning. But you don't really give a shit. So stop acting like it's the same problem we talked about with everything. Acting like you got some moral fucking high ground and that you're the leader of some fucking thing that you're not, that everybody fucking agrees with you, and then people that disagree are just fucking morons or shills. And no, you're fucking grifting, and it needs to stop. And good, you're doing some great for charity that you got fucking forced into, but then you go and post the fucking movie shit for raising $500,000 to record a fucking documentary that nobody's gonna fucking watch. So it's just fucking tiring. I'm like, so I got into it today, but I really just kind of stepped back and I'm just gonna wait it out. There's no sense in me watching the DD every day. It just gets me upset because it's all a bunch of bullshit. Everybody spins, and like you guys talked about before, they always say shills and bots. I see so many people spinning good news for AMC and GME that it's just ridiculous. Like, who are the shills and bots? You guys are the shills and bots. You are the ones, and when somebody questions you, you just go shill a bot. It's like, no, I have an actual fucking question or an actual thought that doesn't involve your cult-like thinking. You know what I mean? Like, so
you don't know why you don't think the earnings didn't drive it to go up? Like, since it was supposedly a good earnings, you don't know what that was about?
I don't think the earnings were necessarily going to make it skyrocket unless they blew it out of the water. You know what I mean? Like, but them doing better than they should have
stopped it from falling, you believe?
Yeah, stopped it from falling. And like, this is just a waiting game at this time. Like I said, I said a while ago, it's what really matters in the end is margin calls and shit like that. You know what I mean? And when that happens, that's when this will happen. But if it doesn't happen, it might not happen. The U.S. government is doing everything it can to make it not happen. You know what I mean? Like, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm up. I'll cash out. I'll be up in either way. Hey, I wanted to do the thing for the employees, but everybody seems to not give a shit. So fuck.
Oh no, they don't.
Yeah, so fuck it. You guys are fucking hypocrites. I'm in this for the money now, and I'll cash out when I'm fucking good and ready. Ain't nobody gonna tell me not to sell. Ain't anybody call me a paper hand bitch, because you motherfuckers are all hypocrites. Every one of you, and every one of you that's going paper hands. That if you're diamond fucking hands, that means you'll hold through the squeeze and hold this shit for fucking ever, which you won't. So fucking shut up. Everybody's cashing out at some point. Everybody is cashing out at some point, whether that be this year or by the middle of next year when everybody figures out the gig is up and this goes on to that.
He's saying people saying they preparing to hold that motherfucker to next year.
Yeah.
Well, that motherfucker got to be a fundamental player if they're going to do that shit.
That's what I'm saying. And people are going to be like, we're tired of holding these companies up with our fucking charity.
No, Abe's saying this.
$1 million a share. Get the
come on, man.
Yeah, like no.
Come on, out of here.
I mean, like, I think there's a possibility for it to get in the thousands. Okay, at this point, but like for it to go up to the levels that people are saying, that means everybody has to fucking hold for so long, and it's just not going to happen. People are going to see that money and they're going to cash out at some point when they feel like they got enough to be comfortable. That hold for you bullshit goes out the window and their self fucking preservation kicks in, and that's what's going to force people to sell. It's like when it reaches the level that you think it should be for you to be comfortable enough, which means the top guys invested are going to determine how this fucking goes. You know what I mean? Like if you're Trey and you got a couple 100,000 invested in this fucking thing, and it gets up to like $1,000 a share, you're going to be stupid not to fucking sell. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be fucking stupid at that point.
Would you even get that money even if it did get up that high? I'll be worried if a motherfucker will be able to get all that money. Yeah, imagine if everybody sells out at that price.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing about that's good about so many people being involved is that I don't think big, huge drops are going to come like normal in a short. I think it'll be like a stop, drop kind of thing. I don't think everybody will sell because there's over 4 million people involved in this, right? And that means everybody would have to sell at the same fucking time. And that's just like, there's too many cultists in there that are going to hold to see how high it'll go. And then you got other people that are poor like me that'll hold to see how high it'll go. But then you got the people in the middle and the rich that are going to determine how much they want to take out a cut out of it, and that's really what's going to determine how the price goes. Because if it gets up to, and even the institutions involved, if it gets up to like $500 or $1,000, are they gonna cash out? Or are they gonna hold for? I mean, the DGA's YEF thing, right? That went up to $25,000. With that institutions hold, I don't think that was like a retailer thing. That was institutions hold for punishing the motherfuckers. So,
but did they have 4 million share? Did they have 4 million shareholders though? That's the question that you got to ask about DGA.
Yeah, that's
DGA.
what I'm saying. I don't think they did. I don't think they. I mean, not that I know of. I mean, I think we would have heard about that a little bit more than we did if it was, Yeah. And if they're changing the rules, so this is the last one. The institutions on this side might be like, hey, we want to take this high as we can go and cash out because fuck them all. You know what I mean? Like fuck it all. We're gonna get paid out from the government. We're gonna get paid out from the stock market. We're gonna get paid out all around if we force this to happen. So who knows? I think the momentum is on our side because of so much attention that's been brought to it, which is good and bad. You know what I mean? And there's so many people invested in it. And both GME and AMC and even some of the other ones, that something has to happen to go our way. And especially with what's going on with Afghanistan and stuff right now, you don't think they want to give somebody you don't think they want to calm everybody down a little bit and in any way they can. And this would be a they would make this into a feel good story and all this shit. And they would
but
be
at
posting,
the expense of the hedge funds.
Yeah, but somebody got to pay. So there's got to be winners and losers and everything. You know what I mean? And those hedge funds,
I don't think they give a shit about the people, man.
No.
Yeah, no, but
I don't think they give a shit about the people.
This is the thing. We talked about they need to have people that have money to reinvest in our economy. You're going to get 4 million people with a bunch of money to reinvest in our economy all of a sudden.
But the price of everything is going to be sky high.
Hey, but they got the money to pay for it. If they got, if you get, I know it's like ridiculous shit a little bit, but, and I'm putting a lot of pieces of whatever together, I guess. But, I think that with the way things are with Afghan, like they would spin this into like a feel good, see America's a great story kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like no place else can you make money like this. Like that's kind of what they would do. I don't know. It's
I think they'll do that with another manipulated stock, man. I see that more with Robinhood than AMC. Believe it or not. I don't
know. Like Robinhood.
Well, Robinhood just reported bad earnings. What you think of Robinhood, Bot? What's going on?
Their earnings weren't good for the third quarter, from what I understood. I just saw a little bit on it, but yeah, I guess they reported losses in quarter 3 and quarter 2 and quarter 1 of this year. So, but I mean, like the guy who made WeWork, the company tanked, and he still got $6 billion out of it. So these companies will fuck themselves over. Somebody else at the top is getting paid off. You know what I mean? And like as far as Citadel or the hedge funds or whatever, like I said, I think all along they said they're going to make Ken Griffin the new Bernie Madoff, and maybe he'll get punished in some way, and then everybody else will just get absorbed into whatever company takes over.
He said that earnings wasn't bad. They gained more users.
No,
okay, that's what's up.
So like I said, I just saw a little bit, but I always see it with a spin because nobody just comes out and says straight facts on the fucking internet anymore or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I would like to think there is some good ending come out of this and trying to be positive because my life fucking sucks right now, and I'd like something to go my way too. It's not just I'm selfish too in the end, But either way, I'm already ahead, so it's just what it is at this point,
Yeah.
It's
man, he said he ain't looking to hold it past nowhere. What you said about October-ish or some shit like that, maybe?
Like early October is the best, yeah. Like it depends on what happens. Like, I mean, anything can happen between now and then. If it really starts tanking, I mean, if it holds steady at the price it's at or whatever, where I'm still up.
This is GME BS.
Yeah.
Something a long time ago.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, now it's just a waiting game, and I'm up. So, I wish I had more to add to the conversation today. I didn't do like I said, I've been busy, so I just caught up a little bit today. So,
yeah, I ain't been paying no attention to that shit, man. That Afghanistan shit I've been watching that shit thoroughly, man. That shit that shit right there is kind of scary, honestly.
Yeah, dude, it is. It is. You know, you got me thinking of moving to another country the way you were talking in the beginning. I gotta find some place safe to go.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna be. I don't think we're in jeopardy like that. But it's just like our foreign, affairs are totally out of whack right now. They just completely out of whack right now. Joe
Yeah.
Biden has no control over this shit, none whatsoever, and that shit gonna spew over to the market. And it's going. All these stocks is too fucking high right now.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
It's too. All of it is too high.
Yeah.
I just see major. I see major shorts. Shorts is about to. They about to. They let's say for instance. Let's say for instance AMC does what it does. All these. There's gonna be a lot of fucking stocks to short in the next year.
Oh yeah. Hey, no doubt. Like, who knows? Like, so what nobody really knows and nobody's really looked into, I would say, is what other companies are these places shorting that are not like meme stocks. You know what I mean? Like, you got the five at the beginning, like the AMC, the GME, the BlackBerry, the Bed Bath and Beyond, those kind of, like that kind of group that was in the beginning of the whole thing. But who knows? They could make it, and they can go short at any time on a company, right? They don't have to fucking like put in way ahead to go short on something. They can short something for the next day, right? Like they don't have.
Yeah.
So if stuff changes and things start fucking tanking, these shorts, they might have to pay out on AMC and GME, but they might make it up on the back end by shorting some other fucking companies that nobody's looking at. And it could be just a bunch of small ones that nobody, like a regional or whatever, or just like these companies that are on the stock market that have 3 or 4 employees that are shell companies. Those could all fucking tank and they'll bank on those. You
But
know what I
see,
mean? Like,
the problem is y'all want to take them up too high. They can't let y'all get control of it.
Yeah.
Because no
Yeah,
telling where the fuck y'all gonna take it. That's why they will not. And I repeat, I don't think they not gonna do it because if y'all get it, y'all trying to take this shit into the thousands and shit like that. Do they want to fork that kind of bread over? Hell no.
but if super inflation happens, like we're talking about, does it really fucking matter? Because all becoming a millionaire does is make you middle class, right? So a bunch of middle class people, the top people will become billionaires out of this. You know what I mean? Like,
put us up on the screen. That's PRT.
He said this is the next squeeze drop. Let's see.
So what we got right here. Hey, Bot, what's up with MMAT, man? I was about ready to buy that motherfucker. You think that bitch going down or is it gonna stabilize?
You said which one is a write-off? Bot? What's the tax write-off? Let's see this. He said that's the next. We looking at the next squeeze here, possibly.
Support.com. What do they do?
Pull the 6 month up. Let's see. We got spikes. What's the volume?
4 milli.
4 million.
That motherfucker was $1.62.
You got a good volume, so that's cool. I mean, it looked healthy. It sure got spike. It got spiking potential. It looked like it could spike.
Yeah.
You said none of that money was his. The fans paid for his tax write-off.
For
yeah,
the super chat thing.
I was wondering what he was talking about.
Oh yeah, the super. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the way people. Yeah, that's an old tactic too. Like you do something fucked up or somebody calls you out on something, and all of a sudden I'm giving it to a charity. Look how great I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old fucking grifter thing. So it's no different. No different.
Yeah, the short interest is 60 range. Damn. That motherfucker. Yeah, it's not bad. I can fuck with this.
Yeah.
I can fuck with it. It's look healthy. I kind of think it might go down a little bit though.
Well, it went down in the market, and then after hours, it went back up to
What?
better than it was
What?
before.
What did?
Support.
Support.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want this motherfucker in the sevens.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you're dealing with stocks like under $10 to $15, does it really matter like too much what the price is currently if you think it's going to have potential in the future to grow?
You still want to get it in at a price where you can buy more shares.
Yeah, no, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't want to get into that and you believe that in the company, I don't have a problem with going into a stock. I don't think you'll lose like a whole bunch of money if you just went in on this one.
Yeah, you know that's what I'm saying. Like, is it going to be? Is that $1 going to get you that many more shares? Really,
it depends on how many shares you try to buy, bro.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I'm working on poor people money, so I'm just thinking like that's $200, man. That's a lot of money. Like, you know, like
shit. That shit add up, man. You gotta, price that shit in. And then you don't want to feel all that pressure either, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you have that pressure, you that motherfucker, man. So you gotta kind of want to, you know what I'm saying, still be kind of, disciplined with how you enter in a stock. That way, if it go down, if it falls 7, I'll pick up. Yeah.
I just think when you invest, like, and this is just me personally, is that if you find something and that's a decent price and you think it has room for growth, I would just put in, because you never know if it's going to dip again. If you think it has potential, and other people might think it has potential, and that thing could shoot up out of nowhere and you miss out too. You know what I mean?
I have to find the next play, bro. That's how I look at it. I gotta find that. I gotta find that next play. Then if I miss out on this one, then fuck it. You know what I'm saying? There's something else to get in there, but you know what I'm saying? I like to. I'm looking at that chart, and I think you still got room to fall down a little bit. I'm thinking if it falls to the 7s, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably right.
I'm pretty sure they go to the 7s. I'm down there.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna have a pullback.
Most
definitely. So
most stocks do before they go up, from what I've seen.
Look at that chart though. Yeah, that bitch kind of high right there. I kind of wait till it go down a little bit. That bitch been running for like a month since May. That motherfucker been running upwards. So you know what I'm saying? They gotta have a little pullback. I don't think it's gonna pull back to like no 6s or 5s and nothing like that, unless they have a real bad day. But I'm thinking
once I get in the winter months and I'm settled in to more where I'm at and have more ability to do this shit, I'm going to be able to do some hopefully weekly swing trading and earn some extra money on it. And so, but right now my setup and my everything is not really conducive to doing that. So
I feel you.
And I'm getting ready to move. Like I said, I told you guys I'm getting ready to move again and everything. So I gotta let things settle out and then I can get refocused. But that's why that's another reason why I'm just holding AMC right now, because like I said, if I'm up, then it doesn't fucking hurt. Like it's just my savings fund right now. So
you think this bitch can go to $15 next week? You tripping? $15?
What you said, support?
No, he's saying this bitch can go to 15 by next week.
What?
That's close to 100% gain, right?
Hell yeah! Shit.
He must be expecting some good news some damn where or something.
Yeah,
because it's gonna blow past the 52-week high.
They're going to what's the earnings on this motherfucker?
Yeah, we got to bookmark this and check bot. We got to bookmark this shit.
That bitch, say if that bitch do double up, buy the motherfucking wizard if this bitch do that.
No shit. This is the bot check. We're gonna do the bot check on this. We're gonna keep tracking this till next week, and then we'll see.
I'm definitely gonna have my eye on this motherfucker. He think this bitch about to double up.
Yeah.
What? You think about to get some news or something, bot?
But I tell you, if you get this right, I will cash out some of my AMC next week, and I will invest it where you tell me to.
You gonna cash out? You gonna cash out some?
Not all of it. No, some of it. I don't want to cash out all of it quite yet, but I will do an experiment here.
Hey, Berger votes September.
Oh,
3rd.
yeah. I got you, Bob. I got you. But it'll go up in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay.
But even if it double up in the next 2 or 3 weeks, hell, that's a
Hey,
hell of a
yeah.
flip.
I'll
Hell
even do
yeah.
this. I'll give you a month. How's that? I'll give you a
Okay.
month, and that's the deal I'll make with you, Bob. If this goes up double to what it is, like the $15, not double, but $15, which is just about double, by the end of the month, by the end of 1 month from today, which is the 18th. So the 18th of next month, you have to see this go up to $15. And if you're right, I will cash out a little bit of my AMC and I will invest it in whatever you tell me to next.
He said, "Watch next week for it." Now he
Watch
clowning.
next. Yeah, no,
He clowning, bot.
yeah. I'm counting on you, Bot. Now, don't leave me down astray. Don't worry. Hey, look, I'm not gonna invest so much that if I lose anything, I'm gonna get mad at you. I'm not gonna do that. By the way, just to make that deal. I'll say that publicly right front. If I take a couple hundred, I'm just talking about a couple $100. If I take a couple $100 and invest it into whatever as a test to see if you're on point, then I'm not. If I lose a couple $100, it's not gonna be a big deal. So
So let's look at Robin Hood for a second. Let's talk about Robin Hood. What's going on? Why you think this motherfucker going down? Bob, you still think this bitch going to $40? Robin Hood.
I fucked up. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Hey, Bot, are you Judge on Twitter, by the way? I don't mean to put you on blast if you are. I just was wondering because we have some interactions on Twitter too. I was just wondering if Judge was watching tonight. Oh yeah. Oh, that's not bad. See, maybe.
No, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah, Squeeze will be great. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, got you.
I think Robin Hood going to 36, man, and then that motherfucker going to squeeze.
You said you think it's going to 36?
I'm thinking 36 for Robin Hood.
That bitch dropped. That bitch had earnings.
Yeah, it's tough to tell what's gonna happen with Robin Hood because everybody fucking hates him. But like they made an IPO at the worst fucking time, really. You know what I mean? Like
that's probably more of a reason why it was squeezed more than any of that shit. Because it ain't popular. Motherfuckers ain't really fucking with it like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the institutions are going to hold it up because they're going to get money from it in the end, but both from the stock itself and then on the app itself. So it's really tough to tell what's going to happen with it. But I don't know.
Then,
like,
aren't the apes shorting that shit or something?
Yep.
I know Matt Kors was shorting that motherfucker for sure.
Oh, probably.
So think that would be a punisher. Why they think the apes is gonna have to cover? What if the apes had to cover because that damn Robin Hood shorts got out of control?
Yeah, if they want to get guys if they want to get guys like Trey and those guys who were crazy enough to do that shit, go right ahead. But I think most of us are not shorting Robin Hood because we understand it's a pretty. I mean, a lot of people use Robin Hood still, even after all the shit, and a lot of money goes through there. So it's not like they're worthless. You know, it's not like they have no value. They have value.
Mm-hmm.
I think personally, probably they're a little undervalued right now, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah,
I'd say they're probably around $60 in the end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 80, but they're not like undershort that. They're not underperforming that much. And then when it started to shoot up, I thought it was going to stabilize around like 60 to 70, but it went down a little bit more because of the shorting and shit going on the other side of it, I guess. So whatever the fuck's happening, but I think in the long run they're going to be okay.
So short interest on Hood. Yeah, so I think when Robin Hood goes to the 30s, I think it's gonna go to the 30s.
Oh, it could, yeah.
And that motherfucker gonna squeeze.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If it goes down to the 30s, that's a good get-in price. Hell, if it goes down to like 25, that's a great get-in price.
I don't think it's gonna go that low.
I don't think it'll go that low, but if it did, I might think about it at that point. You know
I
mean?
would too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
If it went down to $25, I'll be like, oh, these motherfuckers are just clowning now. This is gonna go back up. It might not squeeze, but it'll go back up to like 60 or 80 somewhere at some point in the next year or two. Yep. Once everybody forgets about all this shit and everybody moves on, that's like if they survive the storm of all this shit, which they probably will. They got a lot of people, on the other side backing them, I'm sure too. So. Short volume ratio.
Source say the percentages is dead.
Well, what's this here? This is the short volume, right? The total volume. So that the total volume is 12. So the short ratio is 54%. If that's what I think it means, maybe I'm wrong, and bot correct me if I'm wrong, but that means like 54.31% of the float is shorting it, which is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
That is fucking crazy.
Insane.
That is crazy.
Robinhood ain't high enough to short like that.
No, they're fucking crazy people doing that.
I
mean,
short.
but there's different types of shorts, and there just because you're shorting it doesn't mean you're thinking it's going out of business. Like you're saying it's going to go down to a certain price at some point, right?
These motherfuckers probably trying to drown this motherfucker
Oh,
down
yeah,
to like $10, man.
Yeah,
probably. I'm like, these motherfuckers
they tripping if they
Yeah.
think they're gonna do that.
As much as everybody complains about them, they still provide a pretty valuable service that a lot of people are invested in. You know, so, and these hypocrites that say they want to help the investors, what would hurt the investors more than bankrupting Robinhood, and then they wouldn't. All the people that are invested in that probably wouldn't get their fucking money. So
they crazy.
Yeah, half the volume is short. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wow, that is that. That is tempting. That is tempting. That is tempting.
Our cashier.
It's too high right now, though, for me.
I can't short Robinhood at that price. I don't feel shorting it at that price.
No.
If Robinhood was like $95, $100, then I would possibly. But at $40-something, $50, $60, I can't short it at that price because there ain't no telling what that bitch can do.
No, that's If anything, I'd go real long on it. I would, I would go, and if it pops and squeezes, I'd cash out and put money back into it because it actually provides a fucking service, unlike AMC and GME and all these fucking ones that people are loading. Like they provide something valuable to people. So, and like Bot is right, these major firms are not going to let Robinhood tank. That's what I'm saying. Like they've got too much invested in this fucking thing. So there's no way it's going to fucking tank. I mean, they even if they do tank, they'll get bailed out. Because that's what they do with these institutions. So it'll recover at some point one way or the other, But 54%, wow.
54% is ridiculous.
They shorting the shit off them motherfuckers, man.
And AMC and GME get excited for like 10 to 20% short, right? Like
that's all AMC is short.
Yeah, it's like last time it was like 18%. I think I saw 18 or 19 somewhere in that area.
They having a fit about that shit. And this
they're jumping for joy because it went up from like 16% in this last couple of weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but like I said, in the squeeze, it doesn't we'll see what happens.
Hello from Morocco. What up, though?
Hey, Morocco in the house. Is it Bakim or Bakim?
You an AMC investor? Baki? If that's right.
Baki, welcome to the channel, bro. Hey, we need you to subscribe to the channel for us, bro. We'll greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, help these guys out, man.
Yeah, so
we're worldwide now, motherfuckers. Worldwide.
Yeah.
In the building.
I can dig it. I love it.
Hey, Marco, you're made for international superstar status.
I appreciate that.
You too take it. Not leaving you out. You're up there too.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, they gonna wake up one day. Them motherfucking shorts with Robinhood, boy, they gonna wake up one day. And they gonna see that bitch up $30 fucking, man.
Good luck, bro.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, they gonna wake up one day and see that bitch up $30 fucking, man.
Yeah. You're insane to be shorting that right now. You talk about insane to be shorting GME and AMC. You're insane to be fucking shorting Robinhood to that degree right now.
I appreciate that, bro.
These guys are awesome. Keep listening to them. Keep subscribing. Definitely. My favorites. My favorite AMC motherfuckers on the internet.
So yeah, they crazy, dog.
Yeah, it's and the only thing I could say, the only other thing I see happening in the market, like I said before, was the WWE thing where they just made a bunch more cuts to talent, and backstage, and they have a new president or CEO or whatever, and they're making a bunch of moves, and so they're probably going to get bought up by Comcast. So that price will go up a little bit in the next
You
year.
said WWE.
Yeah, WWE. That's that. And the only reason I know that is because I follow wrestling, and like I follow wrestling, and so that's been in the works for a while now. And WWE is kind of like undervalued to a degree right now. I would think, yeah. Like for WWE for what it is, it probably should be around $60. You know what I mean? It's fucking worldwide. It's got a bunch of merch. It's got a bunch of TV shows, pay-per-views, all that shit. They're very good at making money.
Yeah. It's healthy.
Yeah, and they're probably getting ready to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So during the sale, that'll go down. Like it's gone
So
down.
what? People are saying that they were getting ready to sell.
Yeah, they're making all the typical moves. They changed their whole front office staff for the most part. The CEOs, the corporate side. This guy Nick Khan has come in, and they have cut like fucking 40 something guys this year from their roster, which is unheard of.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, and so they're getting rid of the fat. They're keeping all the people that are, worth name value wise right now. They're cutting down the amount of shows and stuff they're kind of doing in a way. They moved the network to Peacock. They had their own network. They moved to Peacock. So everything's in line for them to sell. I think they're just making in the next 6 months, you'll see it in the news somehow because there's already been a bunch. They've been talking about this for a couple of years already, and it's getting closer now. So if it dips down to like $40-$45, I would grab some up and expect it to take in the next 6 months, probably go up to like 55-60, and then who knows, it might end up merging with another stock like NBC or even Disney. There's been talks about Disney in the past buying them. So they're up for sale, and that's a good thing in the end for that stock.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's expensive get-in price. So,
yeah, but it probably could run somewhere around 60, 70, 80 range.
Yeah, and if it sells, it'll spike up for a minute.
Yeah,
and whoever absorbs them after they absorb them, they'll probably spike up. Like from what research I did when a company sells, a lot of the time the company that's getting ready to sell will go up in price, and the company that's getting ready to buy will go down in price until the sale or merger happens. And then once it happens, the company that bought it will go back up in price again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of what's going to happen with this, whether it be a merger or just somebody buying them out and keeping them as their own individual thing.
Yeah, that motherfucker, all right.
Yeah,
it's nice and healthy. That's the good thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going anywhere. Like WWE is what it is. Whether you like it or hate it, it's been around since the 70s. And they're all over the world now. They've got contracts with a bunch of different companies and making movies. And people take this into account too. Three of the biggest movie stars in the last fucking decade have come from the WWE. When you take The Rock, Batista, and John Cena now is making his way out. So there's a pipeline kind of established there, people that come out of there and go on to become bigger stars. So, and that creates more money in the end, and so we'll see what happens. They, I think they're going to sell though, and that's probably going to be a good thing.
Oh yeah, if they did, so I bought them. It'd definitely be a good thing for them.
Yeah,
that did happen.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not like they're hurting to begin with. I think Vince McMahon is just getting old and tired, and he doesn't want to leave to his kids, so he's just going to sell it at the end, or maybe his kids don't want it or whatever. Like don't want to be in charge.
Got the passion for it that he had for that shit, so that he just want to cash out.
They've all been involved in it, but like, I don't know. I think if Vince was going to hand it over to him, he's so old, he would have just done it by now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So. And if he's not doing it now, I can't see him leaving it to his kids. But they'll have still positions within the company and get paid and all that stuff. They'll just be like figureheads or whatever for the company. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's my stock play right now. That's the only one I got right now. Yeah.
WWE, huh?
Yeah. Sorry, that's my nerdiness slips into my stock trading sometime, which is not necessarily a bad thing, But I mean, otherwise than that, it's just like we've talked about before, especially with resources going to be getting scarce the way they are. It's like water, weed, technology, advancements.
Yep.
Probably some new electric car companies, not Tesla. Tesla will probably take a dip because there's going to be more competition out pretty soon for them.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Lucid
So,
Technologies, that bitch coming.
yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker going.
Yeah.
LCID. That
So
motherfucker at 22.
just because everything's bad doesn't mean and the stock market's going to tank some. Doesn't when the stock market tanks, it doesn't mean that everything fucking tanks. It means
Yeah.
the stuff that's
It
weak.
be some little shining stars in there even when shit fucked up.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that happens when the stock market tanks is the companies that have been overvalued for a long time come back to reality or go out of business, and then everybody else is actually producing stuff and making things, and they might see a little drop, but like overall, they're gonna be the ones to rebound quicker and stronger out of this, and then you'll have new opportunities of companies that'll rise up after this in the next couple of years. So I'm looking forward to the crash because that actually means I can really start investing and start looking at the future
Yep.
and seeing where
And
stuff
get some
goes. So
discount shares on some
Mine.
shit. When that
yeah,
shit bottom
because
out.
everything, yeah, like we said before, everything's way over fucking valued right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just holding AMC too. Is like, well, everything's fucking overvalued right now, and who's to say this won't be even more overvalued at this point? Because what do these stock evaluations come down to? What the company's actually worth, or the rarity of the stock? And the rarity of the stock is the answer most of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that'll change when the market crashes. We'll have to get back to who's actually producing stuff, who's actually making money. I think, but maybe I'm wrong.
Mm.
For a while at least, and then we'll go right back to how it was before. Everything will get overvalued again. It's a cycle. We go through this every 5 to 10 years, or 10 to 12 years.
I wonder how long before the crash comes. I'm thinking within the 6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's within the year at least.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
a year.
yeah.
Yeah, within a year. I mean, there's too much. There's too much puff, I guess is the best way in the market right now. I mean, everything's overvalued. Like we said, it's eventually that bubble's gonna blow, and that bubble's gonna pop, and the things that were on a bubble are gonna come back down to reality, and that's like I said, but it's there's so much, and like we said, with the stuff going on in Afghanistan, that's gonna affect stuff too. That's gonna affect trade lines. That's gonna affect oil because Afghanistan doesn't have. They have the heroin, but they also have an oil pipeline. They don't have any oil themselves, but they have an oil pipeline that goes through them that we had control over. You think gas prices are bad now? You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like $6-7 a gallon.
Yep.
Where I'm at.
Yep. Yeah, where I'm at.
So other places gonna be like $10-11 a gallon, man.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, it's hard to tell what I'm gonna pay in the country. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be moving up to the middle of nowhere pretty much again, and I'm living in the middle of nowhere right now. So we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna, yeah. So
AGC will be another stock. It should go up. I'll give it 6 months or less. AGC. Yeah, we're gonna be hit with super inflation like a motherfucking man.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If this AMC thing happens, it's really not that big a deal as if some people get rich off of it because millionaire becomes the new middle class in the next 5 years.
Yeah,
So and all these people that thinking, like if you think you're going to make this one play and get retirement money, unless you've already invested millions and already have retirement money, you're already mined. You're going to have to keep investing, and you're going to have to do some work after this happens to find good investments for yourself and to find things that you can say are going to produce in the future, as opposed to just being lazy and taking other people's work. Because when it gets back down to it, when this bubble pops, all that shit's going to go away, and everybody's going to have new rules to play by. And so that means you're going to have to do your own fucking research. So good luck to everybody after this.
Hey, Bob, what kind of company is this? Hey, pull that screen down just a tad bit for me. Okay.
Well, it's come down recently, but in the past it shows good spikes.
Yeah. Volume, but
light.
Yeah.
But it's a SPAC stock, so I expect that.
Yeah.
How you know?
Because they all have the volume is always light.
How you know it's a SPAC stock?
Because he just said it.
Oh, I can't see the chat when this is.
Yeah, he says it's a SPAC. I mean, yeah, $10, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cheap.
It's right at its 52-week low.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Now's the time
Well,
to
a
get
lot
it
of the
good.
SPAC stocks, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they had it to where if you bought it in at this range, like $10, and if that motherfucker go down, they still can cash you out at anything above like $10 or some shit like that. I was seeing.
Oh,
So
really?
so this motherfucker is at a low point. So I mean,
Yeah,
if you wanted to buy this motherfucker, I mean, you probably ain't gonna lose no more than maybe 50 cents on a share. I think at this
yeah.
point, I don't know
It's
if that
pretty.
deal. I don't know if that deal is still in play, but I think so for these SPAC stocks. So
Yeah, it's a pretty low risk play if that's the case.
yes,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a low risk play. So yeah, I can fuck with it.
yeah.
If they still getting down like that.
Yeah. So
Altamir. I feel like I've heard of them before, but I don't know from what.
yeah, that's not a bad play.
He said, oh yeah, he said go to analyst.
SPAC deal with analysis up top.
Analysis. Yeah, right there. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me pointing on your screen like a dumbass.
Company
It don't
outlook.
say that.
Company
He said
outlook.
go to company outlet. That's what he said.
I don't know, but I'm figuring that's what it is. Maybe you can't.
I
Or it
wonder
should
why the
say
fuck.
it should say profile. Go to profile. I'm sorry, profile.
But he said go to analysis and that shit ain't.
Oh, shell company.
Go down some more. Description is what?
Company company tends to
Mhm.
affect the merger, share exchange, asset acquisition, share purchase,
Not sure what that is.
I
You
think
know, when
it's
we go
like
to this
for I
motherfucker don't
guess
tell
a
you.
shell company. Isn't a shell company just basically where other companies move money through?
I mean, it gotta be with a SPAC.
AG, what up? What up?
AG
Workhorse.
workhorse is heavily shorted. Yeah, that's true. AG, can you please subscribe? We appreciate that, bro. If you would.
Oh, he's
Grab
huge.
issues and agent. What do you mean by that?
He said must be something must be another company.
Is
What's
grab a
grab?
ticker?
Is that a ticker? Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Is grab a ticker bot?
Don't don't use Yahoo. Use Google Grab.
This ain't gonna be one of these things like a purple waffle, is it? Where you tap grab Asia and something fucked up comes up on the screen.
He says so this Google grab. Just grab.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for football?
He said.
Man. Yeah.
So is he talking about?
Who you got this year?
I mean, he's saying Google
I don't
grab.
know, man.
What Google what? Grab Holdings.
Grab holding.
What the hell is that?
Grab holdings Inc. or stock.
Yeah, grab holding stock is probably right.
He talking about some SPAC.
Grab
Is this it?
grab losses. Narrows ahead of SPAC merger.
The fuck is this shit?
Or some pop up shit.
How the fuck we get here, man?
Oh, it redirected you because It's probably one of those you have to pay for a subscription to see the article, sort of shit.
Let's go to another article. Or,
Yeah.
no, you don't.
Watch this probably gonna pop back up again.
Yeah.
That's that
Go to another
bullshit.
one. That was the first one. Southeast is super app today announced financial results.
Oh.
We are pleased. Publicly traded company. Prepared to become a listed company. We are sharing our first ever quarterly financial results. We continue to deliver strong growth despite the ongoing impact of COVID-19. Southeast Asian consumers trust Grab to meet their everyday needs in a growing number of ways. We are excited about the emerging growth opportunities we see in our grocery delivery and financial service offerings. So basically they're a grocery delivery service.
And they're from Asia, which means China probably.
Yeah.
China's gonna control our fucking groceries now, guys. She's gonna get real.
Wow.
China running everything.
Hey, look, we gave them the keys to do it when we sent all of our production over there and allowed them to grow. You know.
He says it's not a stock yet.
Okay.
That's where ACG steps in.
Yeah. It no South Asia. So
Oh, South Asia. Okay.
and so the other company was what was the other company's name?
Altamir.
Altamir.
Yeah, that's the one he showed us first, and that's why he showed us the Grab shit because the merger's coming.
It's only in South Asia.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of like, ain't that where? No, it's not. I take that back. It's like Uber Eats. Okay. You think they're gonna bring that to the United States?
What was the ticker on that shit again?
Man, I couldn't tell you.
I have to look up on the Jonathan.
I mean, there's still a market out there for it. Not everybody likes DoorDash and Grubhub. Well, Grubhub's out of business now, aren't they?
ACG. It's ACG.
ACG, yeah. Yeah, with grocery delivery services, that's going to be big. That's going to get bigger.
Yeah.
And if they have a major lockdown again, let's say China has another major lockdown
that
again,
shit gonna go through the roof.
that shit gonna go through the roof.
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna go through the eventually with this pandemic and everything. A lot of people are gonna fucking stay home now.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
So you think that's just about to be a way of life for motherfuckers getting shit delivered?
Yep.
Probably because motherfuckers lazy any damn way.
Yep.
I lived in Wichita for a while and I didn't have a vehicle, but I was able to get back and forth to work and everything. But I had everything delivered and it was fucking awesome. I didn't have to go deal with it. Like I won't lie, it was fucking. This was years ago. This is when it like kind of first started with the online shop and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had my food delivered. There was a bunch of restaurants in the area. Had my food delivered, had my groceries delivered, had games delivered, had clothes delivered, and it was great. I didn't have to go through the stores. I just go online and look for what I want real quick and, pick it out. And
voila, it's at your door.
It's at my fucking door, So I did that for a little while, but I got away from it because I moved so much. So it became more of a pain in the ass. But if you're settled down and you got your spot and you just want to not fuck with people because people are going fucking crazy today, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So
that grocery
small.
Grocery delivery is big. It's gonna get bigger too.
Yeah.
This shit only gonna get bigger.
And just like you said, it's all them online delivery apps that's delivering people shit that people need.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon, I don't know how much they do in like grocery delivery really right now. I know they do deliver everything to your door.
They got Whole Foods, so they deliver
Whole
through
Foods,
them.
Yeah, so they deliver through them. And then I wouldn't be surprised if they bought up some place that delivered fast food restaurants to people and stuff too. So
yeah, that would that probably would be a place where they can cover all bases.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They like to have their finger in everything. So why wouldn't they scoop up one of these companies and be like, "You're part of us now"?
Yeah.
So
yeah, Yeah, that motherfucker gonna be all right.
Yeah,
That's 2 I gave y'all.
Good luck, bot. You already know.
Yep. Good
nice.
looking player.
We got to remember that one though for the month deal. What was that? Spirit? No. Yeah, it was Spirit. There,
Spirit? No, it
not
wasn't
Spirit.
called Spirit.
But it was SPRT, right? SPRT.
SPRT. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't Spirit, but I'll have to.
It was
I'll have to
close.
look at
Yeah.
Support. Yep.
support. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to
So
go back
this,
through and write this down.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list too.
yeah,
Yeah.
so boss said it's gonna be a
Yeah.
flipper in a month. A double boy, almost.
SPRT $8. Okay. I can fuck with it.
Yeah.
I can rock with it. I like SPRT. I like both of those. ACG too.
Yeah.
I like both of those.
Every time I'm on, Bot always had good shit. He's
Yeah, Bob
he's the
bring it.
brains behind the operation on this, really,
Yeah,
right?
he is. He is. He is. He be
Yeah.
on it, bro.
I know. I'm just a moron listening to you. So
Man,
just
that's what
I
I'm
wish you'd
saying.
come
We
on
let
though.
him.
I wish you'd come
Exactly.
on though, But I understand it's tough getting on here and putting your face out there because you never know who's gonna come across what or whatever. So, but me, I'm giving more of a fuck less every day because I can't possibly be worse than some of these people that are out there now. So,
Hell no.
Man.
fuck. Whether it be a politician or a YouTuber or whatever, I'm like, I am not that bad a person compared to some of these people. So, I'm just a moron, but so are they. So, who cares?
AGC. I'm sorry. It was AGC.
AGC in Spirit.
So you putting that shit on your watch list, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna end up doing that shit too.
I'm putting it on there right now.
Keep an eye on those shits.
Keep my motherfucking eye on that.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, watching the show, like I said before, I want. We talked about learning and whoops, sorry, I got some echo. Is that my side or?
I'm gonna take it off. You got it. You cool. You should be cool now.
But like, I'm all about learning and everybody's make good investments, man. So yeah, I get getting to the winter time soon. I'm gonna start keeping track of some of y'all saying and seeing how it goes.
And then finding these new plays and looking up on them and watching how they trade and shit. You know what I'm saying? These potential money makers for motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. And when I have time to sit down and go through stuff, I'll come up with a couple too. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like
there it is. That's what this shit for.
Hey, if all of us collectively get it together and we find 10 stocks that are fucking winners, we're sitting pretty nice.
Oh, you know what I mean? Definitely. That's what this shit for. We definitely gonna do that, bro. We're gonna get to it bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and it's not like we have to move in a unit either. Everybody has different ideas. So if you're successful on something, or Marco's successful on something, or Bot's successful on something, ain't no hate coming from me. I want to congratulations, guys. Keep that fucking money train rolling. I'll listen to you next time.
And then we gonna see everybody progressing. If motherfucker heating up, you best to jump on this train, motherfucker. Yeah. Shit, I'm trying to make money with that motherfucker. Shit.
Yep.
For real.
Yeah. And then if that happens, you guys will grow an audience and you'll make money off of this too, and you'll have it all. You'll have it all good. So, and I'm all for it. You guys deserve it because you're willing to platform me. You platform me. You didn't even fucking know me. And look, you guys have turned out. I think you're pretty good friends at this point. And fucking, I love talking to you guys. I'm sorry that I've been. So, you're real people. So, and you're willing to let anybody on. So.
Oh yeah.
So now they got Shiba Inu on Weeble.
Wasn't that Dogecoin or is that a different thing? Because isn't the Shiba the dog?
It's like the sister of Doge, some shit they call it. But it's pretty much it's on the Ethereum. If you want to buy it like regular when on Weeble, it's an Ethereum based coin that you gotta buy Ethereum and then turn it into Shiba in order to buy it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta do like a swap.
Yeah. Hey, bot, send me your code, man, because I'm about to put some money on that motherfucking Weibo shit.
Yeah, Shiba. Any of the cryptocurrencies, I always see a bump at first. I feel like if there's any hype behind it all, they all Dogecoin's kind of making but I bought Dogecoin when it was coming on to Weeble like right away, and
I own some Shiba already. Marco do too, don't you? Yep, you do.
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, that's the time to get in, definitely. Hell yeah. Shiba, I'm gonna write that down this week. Fuck that. I'm gonna take
and Kishu Inu is gonna be one. I own some Keisha. We own some Keisha too.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's like high fucking returns for like every little penny that goes up. It's like 100%, 200%. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Good looking, bro.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So.
Hey, matter of fact, so just so I don't forget about send that shit to my Twitter page, my Twitter
Your
account.
message, send it.
Yeah, my message.
DM you.
Yeah, hit me on a DM with that. Yeah, so yeah, I do want to buy some more of that Shiba. I might buy that Shiba on that Weeble though, for real. I just might.
I think
do
I could
that.
buy it on Schwab, but I'm not sure. Well, no, because Schwab doesn't. I don't know. I have to look into it. I don't know if Schwab does crypto. I got Schwab and Weeble right now, but Weeble doesn't let you do certain cryptos. They have to be at a certain price point. Some of them. So, but if Shiba's coming on there for real, then yeah, I'd especially for that price. I mean, yeah,
hell yeah,
because that goes up to if that goes up to even a penny, you're fucking, you know, like because it's
a penny.
Does that motherfucker give you extra coins too?
No.
It don't. That's right.
If it did, you'd be a fool to buy it in Weeble because you wouldn't be able to get your coins because they're not gonna give you. You already know how that works. You gonna have to have a wallet.
Right. Damn.
Yeah, you have to do it in your trust wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I want some more of that Shiba though at that price, dog.
Yeah, I might throw a couple $100 into that. That's not. Yeah. When does it go on? Do you know about when it comes on, or is it already on there?
He said it ain't on there yet.
It ain't on there yet. I have to look up and see when that's coming on because I want to get in on that real early because it's gonna, there's gonna be some obvious bump from it going on there. I would think.
I want that motherfucker to lose another zero, man. If I can lose another zero, that'd be beautiful.
What, Shiba?
Yeah. I wish. Well,
losing another zero. It's that 0, 0, 0. Yeah, like it's. I don't think it can go down much more.
Shit, that motherfucker can go, man. That motherfucker can go. It can lose zero.
But you know what? It been standing so sturdy. It would have dropped more now than what it. Shiba been standing. It been standing pretty decent. It ain't been taking a hit like some of that other shit.
I'm not expecting it to lose zero. Yeah, go ahead.
If it goes on Weeble, like there's already a crowd of people that obviously know about it. It's going to get a bump right away.
Yeah,
because I heard about it. You know what I mean? Like I heard about it, but I didn't know. I thought it was just another name for Dogecoin because of the dog. But you know, like people that really follow shit are going to be in on it, and there's a lot of people that follow that shit now. So it might not jump up to like Dogecoin levels, but if it goes up to 5 cents or whatever. Well, that's a lot of fucking money.
People don't think it's going that high. I doubt if it did, that'd be lovely. I'll tell you that, motherfucker.
But the thing is, if you buy it on Weeble, wouldn't it be a lot easier to?
You probably would avoid them gas fees and shit like that on Weeble. You know what I'm saying? Like paying them gas fees. We're having to transfer that Ethereum over to the with the Uniswap. You'll get more of your shit, but
I think with Shiba, I might buy that motherfucker on Weeble.
So you don't want to deal with them gas fees and all that shit? I don't want
to deal with that gas fee. Hell no.
That shit's all too complicated for me. It's either buy it and wait and see what happens, or I won't fuck with it. You know what I mean? If I have to do all this extra shit just to get my money out, then
it's more steps when you buying that shit through your wallet because you gotta but you gotta buy Ethereum, then go to Uniswap or 1inch, and then swap Ethereum for Shiba. And then there's gas fees along the way with this shit too, which is taking some of your money away. To sometimes your gas fee might be $150, $200 to buy $1,000 worth or $700. Yeah, they hit your ass. It's called gas fees, which is crazy. Yeah. That's why I like Binance Coin, like Cardano, like Binance Coin, and the gas fees ain't as high if you buy some shit that's Binance based. I don't know why people keep on making them coins on Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking get it. With the Binance, I think the gas fees and it took me to buy some one time. A transaction took like 12 hours to get all my fucking coins, man. Like that shit, transaction fees is slow and shit. Like, and then the price is fluctuating. Why that's how, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. And you're like, the time you're waiting, does it sell at the price that you initially sold it for?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's fluctuating.
Oh,
you can't even set price point like the shit. Shit go crazy.
Yeah, no, none of that shit. That's too complicated. I just figured out how to take smart pictures on my screen 6 months ago on my phone. That shit is way too complicated for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. That's too many steps technologically for me. Where I would just not be able to get it done.
Damn,
That's what's
crazy.
up, bro. That's what's up.
Damn. Yeah, I might
Oh,
have to
really?
buy. Yeah, I might have to buy Weeble. I'm gonna
Wow, I
buy
didn't know that.
on
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah. I
Oh,
hope Weeble
wow.
actually start bringing some more cryptos into that day way, man.
Yeah. I don't want to get too deep into crypto because I think it's way risky, but for small bets like $500 to $1,000, I'm
Hell
fine
yeah,
with it.
that shit worth it.
Yeah, because their returns are ridiculous if something goes up on it, especially if you catch something like
Hell
Shiba where
yeah.
it's really low. Yeah. So
Crypto, I think cryptos is with all this shit with Afghanistan. I think the United States is gonna have to go back to crypto. They're gonna have to open that motherfucker up because the dollar gonna be shit.
Technically, U.S. currency is kind of already crypto right now in a lot of ways because they don't print as much money as us out there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no. The Federal Reserve did an interview a while back, the chairman of the Federal Reserve a couple years ago, where he said all they do to make more money is move a couple decimal points on the computer now. So they're not even like printing as much money. So there's not as much. This is why you have cash shortages and change shortages lately in some areas.
Yeah.
So and like the thing, like crypto is a good alternative, I guess. But the thing is where the U.S. has done well is that 70% of the world uses our money. You know what I mean? Like, so we already dominate the economic culture. So our money has value to it all over the world. And that's even in China because, like our money, they take our money from taxes. I mean, from production and stuff like that. Like we pay American dollars for Chinese and then they can convert it to Chinese. But a lot of times they just use American money a lot of the time, from what I understand. And there's a lot of countries that do that just because there's so much business internationally now. It's easier just to do the US dollar that's already established.
You think that's gonna be forever though, with all this shit with all this turmoil that's going on right now?
Well, if it becomes like a digital currency, yes. If people stick to cash, then no. You know what I mean? Like it depends. It would take a lot of work at this point for another currency to take over as much as we have, where it's almost easier to make the transition for other countries to get into our money, especially where there's going to be super inflation and our money is going to become cheaper overall. It's going to be easier for other countries to buy our money.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be just with everything being digital and everything right now, I'm moving towards that way. I could see the U.S. currency, even though we're not in power necessarily, doesn't mean that we're worthless. Our currency has some value to it, regardless of what we produce or whatever, just because it's so out there now, Mm-hmm. But that could change, but it would take a long time.
Yeah.
If she even went to 7 cents, yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Shit. I'm buying an island if I went to that shit.
On everything.
Hell yeah, dog.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That motherfucker go to 7 cents. You gonna see me motherfucking broadcasting from a yacht off this motherfucker.
Yeah, shit. Sipping some fucking Cristal on that bitch. Girls in bikinis in the background.
For real.
We living it up. We living it up. So yeah.
Yeah, we gonna be living good at 75 cents. Shit.
Yeah.
I would love to see 75 cents on that motherfucker. Being in on shit with that.
Yeah, I have to look into when that's going on because I'll probably take like $100 something and throw it at it.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely on it.
Yeah, especially if it's on Weibo where I can just sell like whatever couple shares of my EST and just transfer it over to that.
Man, imagine you put $1,000 into that motherfucker. Oh my god!
I might.
What is that? If it went to 70,
because really I could use if it goes on in the next month or so, I could really use the short term money, and that would be a nice little fucking bump quick. That would help me out tremendously right now too. So
if you put $1,000 into Shiba at that price, what is that?
Jesus, probably
that's a lot of fucking.
That's a lot of fucking shares. Yeah, that's math a little hard right now with all the zero. Yeah,
so that's how many zeros?
Like 5.
It's like 10,000, 20,000 shares, something like that. Maybe even 100,000 shares.
Way more than that.
Way more than that, dog.
Million, maybe 100 million, shit, something like that. Probably more than that, though.
I think it might be 100 million.
Yeah. Either way, it's a high fucking number, and it's way worth it.
You said 70 million is 3 million coins. $70 is $3
$70
million.
is 3 million. Oh, Jesus
$70
Christ! And yeah,
is 3 million.
we're talking about maybe close to the billions then.
So that's like 724 million is what he said. So 124 million, damn, times 75. Oh my God, that's like
That's
80 fucking
ridiculous.
million. That's like 90
Yeah,
million
that's
dollars, man.
ridiculous.
That's 90 million
Woo.
fucking dollars, man. I gotta take that risk, dog. I'm putting
Yeah,
a
I
Garrett.
know shit for real,
I'm
Bob.
putting
Good looking out, man.
$1,000. I'm putting
Yeah.
$1,000 in the
I gotta be on it with that.
I'm already locked and loaded. I might get a little more.
I'm putting 1,000 more.
Oh,
in
you already
that
got some?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
If it went to 75, it
Yes,
would be
sir.
90 million. Oh my God.
But like I said, I bought it in Trust Wallet. I had went through all that swapping and all that other shit. So
Shit, I'm buying that bitch on Weevil, nigga. Fuck that.
Go up to fucking 5 to 10 cents and I'll be fucking happy, man. Like that'll make my life, you know. That's fucking a lot of money still. But 75 cents, could you imagine if the shit went to a fucking dollar before Dogecoin did?
Oh my God.
But I don't think
Doge,
motherfuckers don't even think that bitch going to a penny, even if it got close to a penny. Shit, that's a big bag.
Yeah.
I might have to diamond hand that motherfucker, man.
Well, that's one of those plays where you like it's quick money. You can cash out and reinvest for cheap again. You understand what I'm saying? So like it's not you may lose out in the long run some, but like if you keep making lots of money off it, does it fucking matter in the end? You know, like because you'll use that money to make other
to pull out though. I'll be kind of terrified to pull out of that. It's only $1,000 investment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I get you because I'm in the same position.
I gotta be like, I gotta diamond hand that, man. I gotta see if it gets to a penny. What's to stop it from going to 5 pennies?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once
You
it gets to a penny, who knows where it could go?
That motherfucker can go. I gotta hold it.
I wonder, are they gonna eventually put Kishu on Weeble? Probably. I bet you.
It's possible. It's possible. If it goes there, man, all this shit gonna go parabolic at one point in time.
So
because it's like that Riot stock, you know what I'm saying? That bitch was a fucking dollar, man. Like $1 and some change. And that bitch is like $30-something right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. Insane. Crypto can take you to a place you think you never go. That's why I would have to diamond hand that motherfucker. Imagine if you held that bitch at $2 and that bitch ran to 30 and that bitch ain't done. Riot ain't done.
Yeah.
That motherfucker might go to like 60, 70 fucking dollars, man.
So my question for you guys and Bot is that with the crypto, is it similar where they post an IPO that lets you know kind of what time and what date it's going to be posted, or is it just going to pop on one day and just have to keep an eye out? Or do they have some announcement for the Shiba and Weeble? Yeah.
See, I don't know. I never dealt. I always buy crypto with the wallets. I never use Robinhood and shit. Like I buy my crypto straight through the wallet. So
I'm gonna have to look.
That shit would be all new for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that tonight or tomorrow. I'm telling you, because I don't want to miss out on that. I think that's a good looking out, Bot. Good looking out.
So if I hit 43 mil, on a few hundred, I'll be there. Yeah.
Yep.
He said, I don't know. I think he goes live. So that means it just shows.
Yeah, it's got to keep all. Yeah. They have to make some sort of announcement or something. I would think though, the Weeble or the news or something. There has to be some sort of, like every stock out there has an announcement of when it goes on.
If you want it bad enough, you can get a Trust Wallet, but you got to pay them gas fees. It'd be better to wait though.
No, I ain't
gas fees. Them gas fees is killer.
I just want to catch it early within the day, like early within the. I want to be in that first half an hour.
He said he legit though 5 mil in one play. One cash out on Shiba.
Hell yeah.
Hey, look, it's not that big a risk because it really won't go down that much anymore. Like it's not gonna, you know what I mean? So it's only
it can go down. That motherfucker can lose some weight.
But eventually, I mean, like in the short term, since it's going on Weeble, it's gonna go up. You know what I mean? And for the first couple of weeks, you see all these cryptos, like basically the first couple of weeks go up ridiculously, and then they kind of tank back down or level back out, or every day there's a little bit of, like you see with Dogecoin and Bitcoin right now, every day there's a little up and down game going on, and you never know which way it's really going to go. But in the end, I mean, like if you got in when you were at a low price, you're winning no matter what once it reaches a certain level, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, so if it gets to a penny or even half a penny, you know, like it's sitting pretty good still, you know. So, and it's not unrealistic to think that's the level it'll reach, because why wouldn't it?
I
at this
got
point.
in at like 16 when it was double of where it's selling out.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, if it's going on Webull though, there's some promise to it. Like as much as everybody hates all the Weebulls and Robin Hoods or whatever, there's a lot of people that's the only way they also know how to invest. So, you know.
Yeah, Cardano was at $2, man, $2.11.
I told you. Cardano thing, shit, I was talking about that when it was $1 or something. Cardano, and they got some shit coming out. They about to start like building contract, like building coins and shit on their network and shit. That's gonna even make it go higher. They about to start having like coins and shit coming off them. How like the Binance, how you can get FAG on Binance and you can get it on Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna have their own coins coming off their own network.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna hurt Ethereum, man. I really believe it. Ethereum,
Yeah, I think
that Ethereum 2.0 gonna have to come fast, man.
Yeah, I think Ethereum and Bitcoin are both like overvalued for what they are.
Ethereum is decent, but the fucked up thing about it is too expensive to deal with when you got little sub coins coming off of it. But it serves more of a purpose than Bitcoin personally, like cause it got other shit that spawns off of it. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin, I don't believe it's no other coins that's on the Bitcoin blockchain. I don't think so.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
So I don't think so.
I say Ethereum serves more of a purpose, which it should be higher. But the only thing, they got little smaller coins that's cheaper, that's offering the same shit as Ethereum, that actually is faster. And like how I was talking about them gas fees, is little to no gas fees when you get a coin that's on the Binance network. So basically, Ethereum, that's why they got something called Ethereum 2.0 coming out to cover the flaws that was in Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit, them gas fees kind of made like how Marco said, he don't want to buy no more motherfucking Shiba because of the gas fees and all that. He'd rather buy it on Webull. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucked up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel the same way too. Like if it costs me more if I'm going to lose more money by doing it some other way and have to go through all these steps.
Imagine when you trying to sell the shit. I think then gas fees it's all on a time of day or like or if the network is real heavy. If a lot of people trying to buy and sell, they raise it. Like it's no set. You know how like when trading used to be like $5 and $10. Like you knew you was gonna pay that. With this shit, it's just random. Sometimes it might be high, sometimes it might be low. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's too much. That's just like it's like gambling and collecting sports cards at the same time, of like trying to find the rarest shit out there that's worth the best value.
Crazy. And then you just don't know. Like you might be saying, okay, I'm about to spend $1,000 or $1,200 on this. Maybe 300 of it might go on gas price versus where you would like to spend all that on getting as many coins as you can get. But you got to pay that damn punk ass gas fee just to get into this shit.
Gas fees a motherfucker sometimes.
Which is crazy.
Well, the thing I just don't get overall about crypto is what value does it actually have as far as like physical value? You know what I mean? Like
same value as gold. Really nothing.
I guess, but
gold has no value. Has no real value.
No, but
it just looks like, pretty.
Yeah, but then they said crypto, you about to be able to leverage your crypto for long. So I think they DeFi and shit like that. Like it's so much more to this shit, and they basically saying like it's not gonna even be as hard. Like I'm still in the process of learning everything, but like it's not gonna be as hard to be able to get loans and shit when you start dealing with this. Like it's actually gonna make the whole way we do banking way better if you really dig off into that shit. Like they're trying to really turn this shit up a whole nother way where you can leverage your Bitcoin or this or that for other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about to be.
Yeah. I mean, I guess gold has value too. Yeah, that could be outlawed. That's kind of like that's kind of like I guess like what is crypto as far as like is commerce in the world? What value does it really hold as far as like being something that you can, besides being able to leverage stuff and stuff like that? Like my thing is for any sort of crypto to like really take hold of the public, it has to be way more simple than it is right now, because motherfuckers aren't there's not enough people that are intelligent enough to break this shit down in an everyday use. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just a financial tool that they're using right now. The idea of
not necessarily to say they start having them like how they got the Bitcoin ATMs, and then say places start accepting Bitcoin and shit like that. It'd be easy because people already used to using their cards, debit cards, paying for shit without cash anyway. So that's already there. So now instead of motherfucking money you using crypto, I mean that's the easy part.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but the thing is, there's so many different ones out there, and then you have to. What I'm saying, it has to be universal. There has to be like one or two that are just universally used everywhere, which Bitcoin is getting close. But
he said fake war, then fake alien invasion, then world government over the next 10 to 15 years. So you think these motherfuckers about to go ham with this shit?
Hey, number one, I don't know whether to believe in aliens or not. I believe there probably are aliens, but they've been really setting. He makes a good point. They've been really setting up the whole revealing aliens are here thing with all the UFO news and everything that's popped out over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys keep an eye on any of that shit, but there's a lot of that floating around.
I mean, they are trying to push this UFO shit a lot.
Yeah,
I have saying that. I kind of do agree with that part.
Yeah, because it's weird that the government is just like all of a sudden like, okay, we have no idea what these things were. They would never admit that in the past, and all of a sudden now they're just like, oh yeah, the Navy saw some UFOs. We have no idea what they are. We don't think they're alien, but we don't really know. That's kind of what they're doing now. So,
well, that's weird.
Yeah,
very weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. We live in a cartoon world, guys. Who knows what's gonna happen? Alien invasions, World War III. Who fucking knows?
Mm-hmm.
Things get crazier every day.
Okay.
But at least we can make enough money off the stock market so we can save ourselves. God damn it! Yeah, that's
I hope.
Yeah. Sorry about the rest of y'all. And if I end up in the rest of y'all group, sorry for me too. But it comes to a point of self-preservation at some point. And
dude.
Things are getting worse before they're getting better. So I got to start thinking about number one in my family and shit like that too. So.
Well, guys, that's pretty much what we got all got for you for today. We're going to sign out this motherfucker. We're going to be back at y'all motherfuckers tomorrow, giving y'all some good game on what's taking place tomorrow. So I want y'all to bear with us. We'll be back at y'all. This is King Marco signing out this bitch.
Ticket.
Got my boy AB in the motherfucking house.
Thanks, guys, for good talking to you guys again. Sorry it's been a bit. We'll have to catch up again soon. It'll be a little spotty, but yeah.
You already know.
But and Bod, we're gonna check you on that support. We're gonna check you on that. But the Shiba was a good. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. All right, guys. You take care. Right. Good seeing you.
Yeah.
All right.
Later. All right.
We out, bro.